Hello, very good morning to you. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. I feel quite naked and bare, quite frankly, because where's the king gone? Feels quite sort of sparse, doesn't it? Yeah. I feel quite lonely. Well, I'm normally dressed, quite frankly. We are here, it's Friday morning. Very good morning to you. My name is Fee. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's show. We had a ball. Thank you for all your texts and your emails. Going to have great fun today because it's the favourite day of the week. It's Fee's Fantastic Friday! Yes, the start of the weekend. You've got all that gorgeous anticipation of what the weekend's going to bring, and it's going to bring you myself and the fantastic wirework queen herself, Laura Bindings, with me. Yay! I know she was with you last night, but I've got her for a whole 4 hours this morning, and boy are we going to make sure we take advantage of her exquisite wirework talents. She's got loads to show us, loads of wirework technique, beautiful. She's got such a handy little gizmo she's made as well, but I'll let Laura tell you more about that later. So fantastic ideas to further you on in your jewellery making process and increase your talents in the wirework field. So if you haven't watched Laura before, make sure you sit back and relax and get involved, because we've got a great wirework bundle for you as well with all the different gauges. Laura can talk us through those and how that works in your jewellery as well. We've got 3 brand new kits. I don't know if you've got any slides on them, have you, Claire Bear? Or we'll have a little look. I have no idea what the names are, so I would be totally making them up if I said these to you. Bronze Beauty I know is one. Oh, you see, I remembered one. Bronze Beauty is one. My beautiful, we're going to start, is it the blue one we're doing first? This is the blue, so that's our mid kit. Our blue kit, the abstract, it's just like this basically, abstract pattern, abstract colours, beautiful blues in there, and the silvery greys, and that's just gorgeous. In fact, my early bird would look gorgeous with that, the abstract kit. And then it's got the beautiful blue ribbon, there we go. Oh, that third one, that's our abstract, yeah. But the blue comes into it with the ribbon, you see. So you can see it's got the oranges on the top and the black and the rutile quartz there. But you've got some blue ribbon in that kit. And the final one, green with envy, yeah, indeed. So I think you can guess what colours we've got in that kit. In fact, I'm wearing some of the pieces of jewellery from it. If you have a little look there, Jack, and Laura as well. Oh, look at that fantastic high-profile gorgeous green fluorite. These are 2 beautiful pieces of jewellery from the kit that Laura has created, and I know she's going to be demonstrating how to make that fantastic ring. So excuse the red nails, I apologise. I meant to say D, apologise. Left the French manicure here last night. We don't mind, do we? We'll be all right with it, just for a morning.
As well, smig of that day. Smig in the air.
You're all right, you're the guest, that's fine. But Harlot red. I quite like it. No, it's from yesterday, but also I left my French manicure here last night, so I apologise. I hope it's not too glaring in your face. All right, let's do the early bird. Then we're going to set Laura a fantastic challenge. I've been in love with this labradorite. And let me just show you, this is such a fantastic strand, just in these few gems here. Woo! The Schiller is there. Oh! What do you see? Can you see the blue? Yeah. Can you see the gold? Yeah, there is a beautiful peach there as well. Every single gemstone has the most fantastic Schiller on it. I mean, if I just move across, can you see as well the adventurescence? Can you see that sparkle within the gemstone as well? Just gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Woo! Fantastic. Your wonderful orthoclase, your beautiful feldspar with that fantastic flash of labradorescence. Now, I'm just moving along because there's peaches, there's greens, there's violets, there's blues, there's Schiller. I mean, can you see that? Look. Yeah, that one's got everything, that one, isn't it? You see that one there? Gold, peachy, then the violet blue. Oh, look at that. That is tremendous. And the checkerboard faceting as well, really playing both with the surface light luster, but also, see, front and back, look at that. I'm seeing so much here in the studio, so much more than perhaps even you're seeing at home. It's an absolute corker. It's explosive with Schiller. Could look at this all day, but it's your early bird, so we need to be in early. We need to be making sure we're taking advantage. This is such a cracking strand, beautiful with rose quartz. Oh, look at the blues, look at the greens. It's flash, 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 like lightning in my hand. Just gorgeous, isn't it? Do you have a carat weight, beautiful? Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. That would look so nice with the abstract kit as well. 240 carats, and just look at the quality of that labradorite. I don't want you to think I was just picking out just certain individual ones. I mean, I've got purple. They're all just absolutely fantastic. I'm just trying to move it there so you can just see the extent of the shiller of the labrador essence. There's amazing optical property that you only get in your labradorite, but you also get, it's like the little tiny micro inclusions in there, creating a venturescence, creating a kind of a sparkle dust effect as well. Look at those, blue to the gold. Just crazy, isn't it? The quality, it's just beautiful. There's just so much going on. To see that at home, pick up that quality strand and get a feel for that quality. That's what your 30-day money back's all about. Now, the early bird is an absolute doozy of a prize, an absolutely fantastic offer, and it's only for the 24 hours till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, okay, at this price. But of course, don't forget 12 midnight last night to 12 o'clock midnight tonight. That's your 1p and p, okay? So we've also got, and we're rectangular theme, because you've got the rectangular labradorite puffy squares that are 12mm, 240 carats. We've also got the crackle quartz. Now these are 120 carats, and this is 12 by 8mm. And the optical property here are these wonderful crackle effect that creates a wonderful inner sparkle. You can see how it would look so nice with our Green with Envy kit coming up later on, because that's what that ring is from. Just beautiful. So you've got the two, you've got the angularity, you've got the labradorescence of your labradorite, you've got the crackle, you know, really sparkling like fairy magic, and you've both got the sort of rectangular angularity of both of those cuts, and both of them checkerboard finish, so they tie in beautifully. So these are more rectangular, obviously, and these are more of a square essence to them. There's just the labrador essence. I'll keep going on about that all day. Now, this is brand new today. It is the early bird, and if you were to buy these separately, you'd be looking at over £20, okay? Even by Jewellery Maker standards. And I'm not giving you quoting prices from someone else. I'm quoting you prices from Jewellery Maker, okay? You'd be looking at £20 plus. But of course, here at Jewellery Maker, it's the early bird. It's giving you a reason to start that order. That's really all the early bird's about, getting that 1p up and running. The code is GMGC22. Here comes your early morning offer. So make sure you're dialing early. $12.95 for that fantastic offer. 12, look at that labradorite. Oh, it's going into overdrive with a shiller. And then the frosty white of the crown. You can really see the crackle of that quartz, can't you? Sparkling. Because quartz has such a wonderful inner refractivity. When you give it that crackle essence, it just kind of creates a greater interplay with the light. So beautiful durability, great set of gems there that I just know you're going to use over and over again. The quality of that labradorite for the $12.95 is a steal, just that singular strand for $12.95. But you've also got the wonderful sparkling essence of your crackle quartz. 2-strand pack, $12.95. It's the early bird. It's only for this morning. What you need to do is ring 0800 644 655. Speak to the customer service centre. Get your order up and running, because there's loads to take advantage of today with myself and Laura. Loads of offers. We really want to start the weekend with a bit of a bang and give you a reason to get this new hobby up and running if you're new to us Jewellery Makers, or indeed, you know, experiment further if you are a regular who hasn't really delved into the aspect of the wire work. But I know a lot of you already have, and you've really drawn on Laura's expertise time and time again when she's been on the show. So that's all we hope today. We really want to give you lots of inspiration to make your own jewellery. Things like these beautiful pieces of jewellery that you can see here from our Green with Envy kit. Now don't forget, if you're experiencing a queue, it is a free phone number, okay? That 0800 number at the bottom of the screen, when you ring it, it is a free phone number. As long as you've got the code GMGC22. Of course you can ring that later, but of course we don't want you to miss out on the offer. Sometimes those early birds sell out or all get allocated in the actual live show. There's only about a minute wait, and there's about 11, 12 of you there waiting to be answered, but you're all going to be successful if you hold that line. And don't forget, on www.jewellerymaker.com, the website, you can proceed straight to checkout That's the better thing to do, because sometimes if you just bid for it, you could lose your strand when a buyer is ready to phone up and buy it there and then, or another web buyer ready to purchase. So don't just bid for it, make sure you purchase, and there's no queues there. Now, what did you say to me, beautiful? Yes, I have. Yes, indeed I have. If you are new to us as well, because we really want to encourage this journey into the realm of jewellery making, and we're going to give you well, I hope, this is always the aim with us here on the live show, to give you lots of inspiration to get started. We'll give you our free booklet, which has loads of techniques, like the leaf technique in it we were talking about yesterday with the tiara making, with one of the kits that we had, the comeback special with Linda, and all the tools in there and certain techniques. And if you're an auditory visual person, we've got the DVD that you can stop and start and play and make the journey, take the journey at your own pace, at your own time. These are the fundamental starter sort of tips. And every morning just before the live show launches at 9, 8 till 9, you have Linda, Sheila and Lucy taking you through the fundamentals of being a beginner, and just getting you started on that journey as well. But we'll send you that absolutely free. And these, you can always get some of the bundles, some of the actual kits, because the kit is a great way to start. And if it is a gift, just remind our call centre as a regular buyer buying it as a gift that you'd like the starter DVD and booklet anyway, because you want to give it as a birthday gift or a Christmas gift. And today we've got a workshop. It's the resin course with Claire upstairs. Loads of workshops that you can do with us here. Wire work, tiara work, chain mail, polymer clay, silver clay. There's more than I can remember, quite frankly, because they're always cropping up. Laura, I don't suppose you do one, do you, darling, by any chance?
It's in the pipeline.
In the pipeline. Well, see, there you go. There you go. It's in the pipeline.
Yeah,
will it be to do with wire work? Or
yeah, we'll be doing a more intermediate to advanced.
Oh, more advanced.
Yeah,
wire
so Louise does the basic wire work.
Yes, that's
so hopefully
right.
this will be the next step on.
Fantastic.
So once you've established the basics, you'll be able to come to me and learn a few more techniques.
Down to that, bring it on, fantastic. So, and the hub, you see, this is the reason on the back of that, loads of ways to stay in touch, email, Twitter, extras that you perhaps don't get to see on the show, how to access our website, how to, access the monthly email. We'll send you that absolutely free when you place your first ever order. So only about a 2-minute wait on that free phone number, but $12.95 proving very, very popular. And I can't, is that Jenny? She's a chocolate muncher, isn't she? Look at these scraps of chocolate down here.
That was Carol.
Was it Carol? Wasn't Jenny? Am I casting aspersions on the lovely
You are,
Jenny?
yeah, no, it was Carol. I will grass her up.
She's a secret.
It was her.
You'll grass her up. She's a secret squirrel.
Yeah.
Look at these chocolate munchy bits down here. Oh, I'll tell you what. Alrighty. Whoa, look at that Sheila. I'm only jealous because she didn't leave me a bit. How selfish is that? Gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 proving very popular. If you're still waiting on the phone line, you will be successful. Just bear with us. I just really want to make sure you get this fantastic early bird. All right, it is Challenge Laura time. So, being that we know her expertise lies in the wire work as well as for jewellery making, but we really want to draw on these talents. We are going to give Laura some wire in our challenge. Now, when I set the challenge, this is also for you to get involved as well. You can actually buy what I've got in the challenge. And we've got 10 meters of the purple copper wire, 0.25. Now, Linda was using this yesterday and she found it very useful because she said it didn't break. She was twisting it around a tiara. She made a leaf technique with it. She just found it very malleable, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm using now. And
is it?
Yeah.
Ah, she creates something wonderful over there, yeah.
And it actually feels really lovely.
Yeah,
it's got a very thread-like feel to it, yeah. It's very
fantastic, because the different gauges have a different part to play.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're using thin wire, you can actually, you're very conscious of it, but it's got, because of the nice coating on it, it feels nice and, secure.
Secure, yeah. And she said it didn't break and it didn't snap, and you think just because of the thinness that it might, but she doubled it up and she twisted it as Laura's doing now, and so it created a greater strength, but very, very versatile. So we've got the dark purple, aubergine purple, copper wire, 0.25 millimeters, 10 meters. Now, thinking of the different gauges, and we'll ask Laura more about this, we've got the 1 millimeter gauge. And this is 10 meters of the silver colour, well, silver plated, I should say, not silver colour, silver plated copper wire. And I know that difference in gauge makes a big difference in your wire work. What would be the jump to use with the 1mm, Laura? Oh, what happened there? What would be the jump to use with the 1mm, darling?
You
know, why would we use the 1mm?
It's really good for framework. It's very good for making, well, again, frames, links, findings. I'm using the 1mm now and the 0.25, so it's good for that. I made a tiara on a late show last night, again using 1mm and the 0.25, so it's a good, it's sturdy. It's sometimes a little bit too thick to use for, say, earring hooks.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't always get beads on it because it is a thicker wire, but it's very strong.
Yeah.
And again, you can hammer it and it's got a lovely effect. I've got a kit that I only had 1mm wire in, and I have used it. You can even use it just as a choker.
Torques,
So it's got so many uses, and I had 10 meters on there, and I've still got some left, and I was using loads for everything. So
great for your bangles. You want to retain the shape.
Yeah, it's really good for a basic frame.
Yeah.
And it's also good. You can hammer it and make your own sort of little drops, and there's just loads you can do with it.
Fantastic. I'm glad she said that because that's what she's got to work with. The 1mm silver-plated copper wire. But we're also going to give Laura this gorgeous, and it's like pure strawberry goodness, aragonite. Have a little look. I always think strawberries when I see this aragonite. Beautiful aragonite. It's the same chemistry in your gem sort of structure as your calcite, which you'll know in your lovely pearls and what have you. And it's a constituent of many sea creature shell structures, basically, and this is why you get the layering in the aragonite itself. We're calling it pink, but it's like a cherry red pink, isn't it? 340 carats, they're 2 centimeters across, and it's the calcium carbonate. You get the little, sometimes you get that mother of pearl luster, because in the seashells such as abalone, that, you know, it's made up by tiny layers of aragonite in there, and it's a gem that we associate with easing stress, meditation. It's supposed to enhance your patience. So I think this is a perfect one to be patiently working with in terms of your wire work there. The gem of Capricorn and Cancer. So beautiful, beautiful gemstone. It always makes a lovely, it's a lovely, delicate, attractive, rare, beautiful gemstone. It's got great durability. When I talk about delicacy, I'm talking about that lovely colour. In this strand, we've got some pretty tonality as well, moving from those delicate bubblegum pinks into what I call almost like fruit gum strawberry red, aren't they? There's like a semi-translucency, there's a glow, and if you hold one up, you can actually see through the gems, you can see the layering, you can see the patterns, the striations there. And there is a lovely, lovely, like looking through lace. They look more opaque on camera, but you get your torch behind them and they just glow, and you see those patterns even more distinctively. So this is what we're going to give Laura as the challenge. It's called the Tree of Life Bundle. So therein lies a clue as to what we can make. I'm sure Laura can do more than just the Tree of Life, because actually the Tree of Life demonstration is on your DVD, isn't it? One of our DVDs. This is a variation on a theme. Yeah,
generally you use chips for the Tree of Life,
yes,
but
we're going to see what happens.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Make it a little bit different.
There you go. We have got the DVD, as Laura pointed out, if that's specifically something you've done or want to do, but we're going to be working on a variation on the theme. So I'm going to give you the opportunity this morning as well, obviously, to get involved. AJGC87. Because we bundled it with the lovely wire, the 2 different gauges there, we've got a fantastic price point in mind, because we want to get your jewellery making, your creative juices flowing today, and we're going to see what Laura makes throughout the show. And let's launch it. Yay! What a bargain! $9.95. Now you're probably thinking, Laura can do a lot more than just that, just one strand, but our demands on Laura are big today. We deliberately, because in many ways she'll be demonstrating with this as well. So we're going to be drawing on Laura's talents a lot throughout the kits in the show. So we're not giving her too much of a challenge, but it'll all be part and parcel. But what we are giving you is a massive saving. That is silver-plated copper wire. The lovely, lovely strand of pink aragonite, and you've got the purple copper wire as well. So $9.95. Take advantage now, then sit back and luxuriate, relax, and Laura will take you through step by step in all parts of the show of how you can integrate these, whether you want to, you know, take part in her Tree of Life demonstration, you know, variation on a theme, or integrate what we've got with the other parts of the show and the wire work that she'll be demonstrating. Are you okay do you want me to bring anything over, beautiful?
No, I think I've pretty much got
You're
it.
okay,
Yeah.
you've got everything there.
I have.
So she's already beaving her away with the purple,
Yeah, I've already done one
wire.
nearly.
What? Oh, well, I don't want to. Oh, look, already, look at this. She's so quick.
Am I allowed to show?
Yes, please do, darling. Look at this. So, yeah, variation on a theme. Look at this, the tree of life.
Because the markings on these are so beautiful.
Aren't they just?
They're almost like
yours
little
are different.
seams.
Again, let me just grab my strand, because I don't want anyone to be alarmed, because these are genuine gemstones.
Yours
so, of course, yours are more milkshake.
Yeah.
Strawberry milkshake, aren't mine? Are more fruity gum. Would you say? Look.
You almost want two strands to get the two variations,
yes, you
don't
do.
you?
You might actually get it in a strand, because I've got some very light pink ones at the end there. You just got more sort of black in yours as well. You see, I've got the colour here, but mine are just lesser sort of
Yours are a bit more
layered.
vibrant, I'd say.
Yeah.
Where mine are a bit more sort of
layered.
Yeah, a bit more sort of
Distinctive
milky.
patterning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
You've
is
got
perfect.
the milkshake. I've got the fruity gum.
Yeah.
Brilliant. But that's the genuine gemstones, so we're going to get that that difference sometimes. But you are going to get the 340 carats. So what did you start by making the?
Yeah, I've made the frame. I will show you later how I made the frame and then I've made the tree. I was going to make a sort of some swirls with the branches, but because this is a 0.25 wire, it's a little bit thinner. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would probably use 0.4 for that. So instead, because of the look, I love the way that this looks like leaves. If you look at the bottom.
Because your lovely top is just so dark, we can't see the pretty pattern on your. That's all right, darling.
So if you see the bottom, how it looks just like leaves. So I thought I'm actually just going to leave it and actually have it look like a sort of a bare tree with the sun or
it does,
you know,
that's exactly
behind
what it reminds me, in the horizon.
Yeah.
Or the moon rising.
And I'm going to put it up at the bottom and finish it off and neaten it up. And what I'll do later is I'll show just how I made the actual different tree with the bead behind it.
Okay.
So that's the variation on the sort of the tree of life.
On the theme. Fantastic, brilliant. Thank you, Laura.
Okay.
Look forward to that. She's got all the wire work, all the tools ready. In fact, you've got the tools there, and don't forget we do the tools as well.
Definitely get these.
Now, what are these?
These are the wire straighten. Well, I call them wire straighteners, but they're like nylon plated, nylon covered jaws, and they're brilliant if you're using coloured wire because, especially the thicker wire. So say here, I've got a little sneak of something to come up later. But this is coloured wire, so obviously if you're doing this and you slip, you're not going to mark the wire, whereas if you do with pliers,
sharper,
you're more likely to...
Taking off the colour.
This is very strong, so I'm taking the colour off.
You try and take that colour off.
I'm trying to take the colour off, and it, you know...
Well, it does sometimes scrape off, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable if it's a coloured wire, but also, I've shown this before, but I'll just show it very quickly. This is a 0.25 wire again, and what I'm going to do is just twist it and pull it, so you've got a kink in it. Again, you won't be able to see that behind my top.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go, see?
Yeah.
If I pull it tight,
now we've got a knotty kink.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently untwist it, because this is what will happen when you're using thin wire. This will happen.
Yeah.
So I've untwisted it, but if you look there,
thank you, darling.
you can see there's a very slight kink, and that will show up when you're doing your work. So you simply run these across it, nice and gently.
It's like ironing.
And it's just...
It's completely gone.
Completely gone.
Hey presto. So they are the nylon covered.
Yeah, and they're invaluable. And also, if you've got a thicker wire, just running them along it, one, it straightens out any kinks, and two, it gives it a bit more strength as well, because you're sort of heating up the wire a little bit with it.
You're kind of changing the structure.
The structure, I don't know the technicalness of it, so, but I do know it will straighten and harden it a little bit more for you. So they're definitely invaluable, and they're like £3 or £4, I think.
They're on our website. So we have all the tools Laura's using now. We have toolkits, remember the basic and the advanced. I say advanced, there's just more in there. Yeah. That's a separate purchase, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a separate purchase, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah. So it's definitely worth it.
So one-stop shop, just have a little look on the website, but worth pointing out. All right, my darling, well, I'm going to get ready to do the brand new first kit. Okay. So I'll ask you to get your lovely designs up and running. Okay. And we'll get a demonstration from Laura later on. We've got the Wall of Fames today as well to read out for Wednesday's prize draw. And we'd love to hear from you. You know, this is the time to draw on Laura's talents. Ask her any questions that you've got. 60777. Let us know what you're up to. Send your message to JM Studio 60777. And well, we'll do our best to answer any questions that you've got. Perhaps it might be an issue with your wire work that you've experienced. Now's the day to, you know, ask Laura firsthand. It might be just totally unrelated. You might just want to say hello, or it's my birthday today, or I'm having a great Friday, or I bought such and such yesterday. Just let me know what you're up to. It'd be lovely to hear from you today. And let's get you involved in the jewellery making aspect of a brand new hobby, perhaps, or furthering your wire work with us here today. Alrighty. We have got abstract. Yeah, it's my first new kit. I think it matches the top. And the black and the white and the blue there. Let's put this to the side. Wasn't that a bargain? $9.95 for that early bird. Beautiful. All right, lot going on in this kit. My first new kit. It's more than just the strands and the findings. But as per, I'll start with the gemstones just because that's what I traditionally start with. There we go. For some reason, I'm always gravitating over this way. Sorry, Claire. You'll have to keep reminding me. I forget the camera's over there. Yeah, a lot going on there, isn't there? This is what you've made your handy little gizmo out of as well.
It is, yeah.
Oh, breaking news on that. Rightio, these are just so good looking. Look at these. I mean, this is such a great abstract shape. You'll notice in between the hexagon rice beads, there are small rounds, 4mm rounds as well. This is 250 carats of extremely handsome black agate. I just love that shape. And if we take a closer look, you'll notice that the rice beads are faceted as well. Can you see that? Yeah, so we're getting great luster. And there's your 4mm rounds in between. So that's a really handsome strand. It's a really good looking shape. It's a good looking length of gemstones there. Just beautiful. I'm sure you agree in itself as a strand. So that's your first strand. Then you've also got a big favourite, an incredible precious rare gem in the quartz family, your rutilated quartz. And these are big. These are some of the biggest we've had for a long time, singularly or in a kit. And we don't tend to see it very often. It's one of the most expensive quartzes you can actually purchase. And what's so lovely is it's punctuated by some really dark black ones, some lovely snowy white ones, some splish splash ones there. Aren't they fantastic? Those tiny metallic rutilated inclusions creating such individuality along a whole strand. 410 carats, 12mm rounds. They've got such a presence, such a dynamic, and they're so individually beautiful. You know, I can imagine you just wire wrapping one. They're so handsome, you know, no two are ever the same. And that's an amazing property in real gemstones to have. So your strand will be a whole mix of what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, up to maybe 35 different gemstones, and not one of them will be the same as the next, because those rutilated inclusions create different brush strokes. Wonderful oil painting. And then giving it that pizzazz, giving it that, if you like, that orange. This really is my top this morning, isn't it? How random is that? This gorgeous red agate, 170 carats. Faceted rondelles, so you notice it's not just about the gem type that we've gone for, the different colour, which is obvious on the eye. We've also gone for different shapes. So you've got 4mm rice beads, you've got faceted 8x4mm rondelles in your red agate, and you've got your lovely traditional rounds, but there's nothing traditional about the lovely splashes of black bristles in that rutilated quartz. So 3 very good looking strands there. I love the tones. We've got lemonade, we've got oranges, we've got reds, we've got summer fruits going on there, fruitalicious. So 3 gorgeous strands. Tying in with those colours and the beauty, we've got some pretty wax covered threading cord, I should say, wax covered cord. And this is 2 meters of the orange wax cord, and the wax gives it a lovely, it strengthens it in many ways, but it gives it a much smoother fluidity for your gems to be sliding on and off, and easier for your knotting. 0.6mm, and then 2 meters of my favourite blue. I mean, that's a real appetite blue, isn't it? The blue wax cord. Then we've also got electric blue beading thread. Yeah, 50 meters. You know, normally it's the silver colour. Electric blue plus your monofilament. We've also got your actual copper, bright copper blue, a real appetite Parariba blue. And do you have a thickness on this, beautiful? I can't seem to find it for looking on the actual... To me, it's looking like a 0.6 or a point... Oh, it says, why am I guessing? It's 1mm. It looks a lot thinner than that, but it's actually 1mm. There you go. That'll serve me right for even guessing. Is it 0.8? Well, I did think it looks... Laura, darling, cast your eye on. It's 1 mil. Yeah. There we go, then. I'm not going to argue. She said 1 mil.
It is 1 mil. It's very thick.
Because you know the thing. You work with it, darling.
Yeah, I've worked with it.
It says 1 mil, so why am I questioning? Shush, Fiona. It's 1mm, and it's that electric apatite, and you've got 10 meters of that blue-coloured copper wire there as well. There you go. Definitely is 1 mil. And then we've also got the ribbon. 10 meters of the beautiful blue ribbon. And are they cut? Is it all one? Is it 10 strands of 1 meter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's already pre-cut. You've got 10 individual strands of the 1 meter, so 10 meters in total of that beautiful apatite blue. You get the organza orange bags as well. 10 of those. They're the larger 4.5 by 6 inches. You like that, do you? Wow. You like this orange and blue? I like this orange and blue as well. It's really fruity, isn't it? It's like, whoa, summer. Yeah, loving this. And you notice with the ribbons, we're thinking about this, okay, and your designs. So let me just pop all your little components just down there for a second, because you've also got the cord ends. And I love these cord ends. They're so well made. Such a lovely, lovely finish to your jewellery. And I love them as well because they've got the extension on them as well. And there's so much silver. So you've got both ends for your ribbon or your cord or whatever you decide to use. And you get 4 of those. So you've got the lobster claw clasp with the cord end, and then a cord end with a 3.5-inch extended chain. So both ends, obviously. So they're in their pairs, so 4 of those. 925 sterling silver. Talking of which, let's have a look at the findings, because these are all 925 sterling silver. And actually, is this the one that has the extra, darling? I know it doesn't say have them on there, but we've actually got 46 pieces of sterling silver, because I believe the bolt ring clasps are in there as well, because what's missing from that picture, we'll have to get Tommy onto it, because we've got eye pins, head pins, shepherd hooks, jump rings in the different sizes there, plus the different sizes of 5mm and 8mm, then 3 6mm split rings, 10 crimp beads, but you also get 3, because you've got the actual rings, jump rings, you need a bolt ring clasp, quite frankly, so you get another 3. You get 3 bolt ring clasps. It's a peculiar thing to have left out, but now we're not. We've rectified it. Well, if you have a ring, I mean, apart from, how are you gonna? I mean, you've done something very clever actually. Laura's actually just used a shepherd hook, or created. You can actually make those.
Made it out of the head pin.
Yeah, make it out of the head pin.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have a bolt ring, it's not the end of the world.
I quite like doing those personally because I find them easy to put on and off.
On your own.
Yeah.
You can answer to that later.
I have actually, yes.
We can't say yet. So we've got 3 of the bolt ring clasps in there. So this is 925 sterling silver. Now this is everything you're getting. 3 gorgeous strands. You do get your purple and your black organza bag. You do get your blue ribbons. You do get your 10 orange organza bags, the larger ones. Your 1mm, 10 meters of the apatite blue copper wire, your 2 meters of the orange 0.6 cord, wax cord, and 2 meters of the blue, your blue, electric blue beading thread 50 meters, your monofilament, and all of your 46 pieces of sterling silver, plus 4 pairs of sterling silver cord ends. So you've got 10 head pins, 10 eye pins, 10 crimp beads, 2 pairs of shepherd hooks, 3 5mm jump rings, 3 8mm jump rings, 3 split rings, plus 3 bolt rings. Brand new today. We're going to be joining Laura to look at her designs out of this fantastic kit. Of course, it incorporates the wonderful wire work, but what I'm interested in asking Laura as well, the cord, using the cord as well, and these lovely ribbons. Just beautiful. And you know, we've got the orange and the black there, but that blue really makes the jewellery pop. The colours really make, and it's nice to have that. £24.95, I've only just realised, my word. And we've got 46, Well, actually, the cord ends are another 8 pieces of silver. So yeah, so it's 54 officially, isn't it? 54 pieces of sterling silver. And there's a, you know, there's a lot of silver in those cord ends. Look at the size of the lobster clasp. Yeah. A lot of silver on that chain. You think that's 3.5-inch chain. You got 4 of those. So we're talking a 15-inch length of silver chain in total. It's a lot of silver chain. I mean, how much does a silver chain cost? It's just a normal 16-inch silver chain to wear around your neck. £10 more? Yeah, up, more, says Jack, more. It's not higher or lower, Brucey, love. And then you get the 3, just to reiterate again, because I know it hasn't happened in the past, you get your 3 bolt ring clasps. And it's all for, Jack's absolutely right, you know, $24.95 for all, I mean, for the 3 strands. Then you've got your cord ends, then you've got your ribbons, you've got your bags, you've got your actual wire, you've got all those, you know, in total, as we just worked out, 54 pieces of sterling silver. So a lot going on in this kit, and an amazing saving, because we bundled it all together for as little as $24.95. Beautiful. Love the finish of those silver cord ends. Such high-class pieces. Very excited about seeing Laura's designs. I know I'm wearing a few of them from the Green with Envy kit, but there's only so many arms a girl has got. Rightio. Oh, in fact, actually, lovely Gemma's wearing a piece as well. Should we catch Gemma on the way, Jack? Yeah, we'll come back to that. But so that is our bronze kit. Just thought I'd show you how lovely she's looking. And this is a bit of demonstration that Laura will show us later as well. So beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, back to see, I never concentrate on what I'm doing, do I? Let's concentrate on what we should be talking about. Look at this. Wowie, wow. Look at these. My word, it goes on and on and on. Fantastic. Talk me through your designs, beautiful.
Okay, well, obviously, because I work with wire primarily, when I have to work with ribbon and stuff like that, it's a challenge for me as well. But the colour of this ribbon and this beading thread is amazing. It's beautiful. It's my kind of colour, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I probably wouldn't have thought to put it with the orange, but it really does work.
Yeah.
It looks really good. So the first thing I think I wanted to do, I can't remember, was the macrame bracelet. Now I hold my hands up and say I'm not very good at macrame. There are a lot of better people than me, but I thought those cords were asking to be made into a macrame bracelet.
That's a good idea.
And so that's what I've done. I've used the orange cord as the lazy thread, and I've just used every single bead on there. You've got one of the long sonnets.
That's, it's the agate.
It's agate.
It's a lovely feature. I like that way you've used that as a feature.
It looks nice across the thing. It's got across the base of your wrist.
Really, the boys like this one. With their eye on this one.
Yeah,
Let's see that again.
Yeah, it's quite unisex actually. It's not sort of specifically made for
male or
female. Yeah, no, I just made it.
That's what friendship bracelets are.
Yeah, and I also put a bead around the sliding clasp as well.
Yes, I like that. Now, I've not seen that before. That's really lovely.
Yeah, it just
Real
gives,
feature.
Yeah, when you pull it close as well, it makes the whole bracelet complete.
And we do, sorry to interrupt you, my darling, we do the macrame DVD as well. Yeah. So if this is a technique you haven't explored yet, there is the DVD to take you through that simple knotting process.
Yeah,
and it's very simple once you can do it.
Mark's shown it quite a few times. He's got it down, to a T now.
To a T, absolutely.
So,
Mark,
yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to explain or show that because I just wanted to put it together for a bit of fun, really, because you've got it all there, so why not try?
Exactly. And then these pretty earrings, just simple.
I love those earrings.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Whenever I've got a kit with little round beads like this, I will always do a pair of earrings like that.
They're just the right size, aren't they? 10mm, enough on their own.
Yep.
And there's such lovely patterns on those rutiles.
Yeah, and you can get quite a few matching ones as well, because even though they're not matching,
I know what you mean, the content of the black to white. Yeah. I made the drop earrings with the handmade sort of chain. That's just These ones, darling?
Yeah, they're just knotted. I just pulled
glamour.
Almost like little knots, but didn't complete the knot. Yeah, I just thought
is that what it is? So a knot but not a knot?
Yeah, so you just get the beading thread and you go as if you're going to knot it and then just pull it down until you've got the size you want and then do the same again. Yeah, nothing technical at all. It's not,
Glammy.
But they're not heavy either.
No, that's because they might look like quite substantial, but they're light as, aren't they? Especially with the wire aspect.
Yeah.
And then a lovely, because I'm focusing on the earrings just because we're down there.
Yeah.
You see, you said that blue with that gorgeous orange. It just
and they're handmade hooks off of head pins using the small beads.
That were in between the agate
that were in
rice
between
beads.
the agates,
Yeah, that just gives it that focus, doesn't it?
It makes them look a little bit different.
Yeah, it's like a helter-skelter, that one.
Yeah,
I love wrapping wire around a drop of gems.
So
I
easy.
really like that.
Yeah, and also then I obviously made the matching pendant.
Oh yes, forgive me, yes, I didn't realise, look.
Yeah, I literally
Matching
did that
set.
yesterday morning as a last minute thought. I thought, oh, I've got enough here to make a pendant. And if you look on the back, I've actually used because I've put about 5 strands on
sorry,
there.
here we go, yes, yes.
So instead of using a bead, a crimp bead, I've actually used the actual
cord ends.
and as it has a natural extender, I've used that and popped a little
lovely finish on the end there with your
and it gives it a bit of
4mm.
weight as well because it's quite a light necklace. It balances it with a bit of weight at the back.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it you know, it might swivel.
So you just had, I mean, did you know those wire bits at the end, did you knot them all together and then crimp?
No.
They're just all in there?
Didn't even think of doing anything that technical. I just put them in there and just scrimped them really tight.
Them really tight, yes.
And just snipped them and they're fine.
And because you've layered them, it just makes that blue pop even more. I love
well, that's
that.
happened because of using that.
Yeah.
Because I've used the because I've used these endings, they've naturally spread the wire out.
Ah, okay.
So it wasn't actually intended, but I thought actually that looks quite nice.
Yeah, made a nice feature.
Yeah.
And then moving on to your ribbon, which you said you don't normally usually use.
Well, I was playing about and I started, this is what's actually underneath the ribbon. I'll show you. But,
is this one of our demonstrations?
Yes.
Well, I won't focus too much, so we can
No, but that's what's underneath the ribbon, and that was what my intention was at first. And then I thought, oh, I'll thread the ribbon through it. See, that looks nice as a chain on its own, and that was initially what it was going to be, a chain on its own.
Well,
and then I put a ribbon through it, and it just made it such a different look. I mean, I will show that in a minute.
Okay, we'll come back to that then.
Yeah, I made this necklace then with the rest of the stuff.
And that's your 1mm wire.
Yeah, 1mm wire, just hammered a little bit.
Isn't that fantastic?
And I made the bracelet.
Oh yes.
Again, that was a bit of a happy accident, to be honest. It wasn't going to be a cuff when I first started out.
This hooks on, isn't it? That's so strong, isn't it?
It's
that
really
1mm,
then
and I love the way the beads just sit in that pattern.
Yeah, that's one of those that just builds up because originally it was just going to be kind of like a dainty bangle, and then as I was playing I thought, oh, I'll just add a bit more wire here, and then I thought, oh, well, now just balance it up and added a bit more, and then I thought, oh, and then I added the bead, and it all just
organically grew.
Came together. Yeah.
And we'll be showing you that in a separate demonstration later as well.
A little wire sculpture pendant,
yeah,
so I did
last but
cheat
not
a bit.
least. Oh, hello. You found a little bit of copper-coloured wire, did you?
But then the copper and the blue go so beautiful together.
Because everybody's got a bit of their stash at home, haven't they? Everybody's got a bit
I've only
of their
got
stash.
a few bits of wire at
and
home.
you've literally made a talk out of that
Yeah.
1mm there. And then this is your lovely sculpture here with the carnelians in
Yeah,
there.
just a few of the carnelians. And
That's
it just
beautiful.
adds a little hidden sparkle because they're not obvious.
Yeah.
It catches the light more than anything.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. That is beautiful, Laura. That's fantastic. That take a long time, darling? Or?
No, about half an hour.
Good heavens.
That is actually
half
on
a day for me. Half an hour?
The
half a
technique
week?
is actually on
Still
the
be
second DVD, but not to make the heart. That's just a bit of a variation of it. But yeah, and then I made my gizmo.
The secret gizmo. should we look at this first? Yeah, let's do it.
I don't think I have.
Secret gizmo. Our bracelet buddy, as we've named it.
Yeah, I will be honest. I did see this idea on the internet, so I cannot claim it as my own, but this is what I've made. This is my version of it, my interpretation of it. And it doesn't look like very much like this. Okay, it is a hook. Can you see it properly? I shouldn't have.
Thank you, darling, yeah.
It's a hook, and as you go down, it is just a little spiral holding all the beads on. It's nothing complicated at all. But what it does is, this is one of my bracelets. And so, to try and put this bracelet on by myself, I'm going to sort of...
Just for a second, so we can just see you on the overhead, just for a second.
To do this by myself, I'm going to struggle to pull it across.
Yeah, it is sometimes a struggle, isn't it?
Okay, so what you do is pop this into the end of the clasp, hold it in your hand like this, okay, and then you pull it across.
There we go.
And you can slide it straight in, and then you can slide that out.
Isn't that fantastic? It's the simplest ideas, isn't it, that are always the most effective.
And it's because it's such a thick wire, it's nice and sturdy, and it feels really nice in your
And it's gone through all those gems, all 3 strands beautifully.
Beautifully, and they all go, look how lovely they all look together. And how cool a little gift is that?
That's a great gift idea to make for somebody. Yeah,
and again, on craft tables, you know, if you've got...
you do, if you're on your own, you do. You struggle. I'm always coming in, and when I'm trying it on, I'm saying, when I'm trying on the jewellery, I say, Jack, can somebody just put this on me? You know what I mean? Because you do.
Especially the clasps, because obviously they're a bit
You're trying to
fiddlier.
get your thumb, and then you're doing that flip action, aren't you?
Yeah, you're there, and then you're getting the hair off, and then you end up going, like, does someone do it? Because I can't do it.
Sometimes nobody there, so you're just like stuck. Brilliant.
So that's
brilliant idea.
A really simple idea, but that's what that is, and it's really helpful. It's the first one I've made, and like I said, I can't claim the idea to be my own, but it's my interpretation of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that's it.
Lovely.
So I was quite
love that. Okay, so back to what we are going to look at. Sorry, I'll give you that.
Take that back
again, darling. Yes, I'm sorry, sweetheart.
That's
okay. I think in terms of, but it's just for your demonstration, because otherwise we won't see. Beautiful.
No, that's fine. Okay, so as I was saying, I was having a little play about, and I wanted to make a chain, and I started by making this chain. So I'm going to show you how I made this. It's so simple, but again, because I should not have worn this colour today.
It's making the wire disappear. That's all it is, honey.
And so I wanted to do something to show that off, and so I made that. That's one half, and I'll show you how I made the other half. And then, because I was just having a play, I threaded the wire through the ribbon through it, and that's just what created this look. So this frame is underneath this. So that's why I want to show that. So I'll show you that quickly, because originally I wanted to do this, but I was trying to think of something to do in the middle, and that pendant was, again, an accident, because it was meant to be something else and it wasn't working. So it goes to show that if something's not working, you can still go with it and have a play, and if you're not happy, then play with it till you are happy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you how I made this part of the chain, first of all. So simple. And again, because it's the coloured wire, it looks so effective.
It's a beading thread,
beading wire.
The electric blue.
Yeah, this is lovely colour. Okay, so cut a nice long length off. Okay.
Now, would you be all right if I move your, thank you, darling, just so it's a little bit clearer on our camera for our viewers at home. Thank you, beautiful.
There we go.
So I put that in shot there. If you can work to the right of that, that'd be beautiful. Thank you, darling.
Okay, so there. Okay, so I'm going to just find the middle of it. So I've got a nice long length, and I'm just going to find the middle of it, all right? And
I'm going to move this so everyone can see. Sorry, our graphics are just right in the way of your lovely... There we go. That's what we're making, everybody.
There we go. That's what we're making.
Sorry. Look at there, Laura.
Sorry, so sorry.
Don't apologise, darling. I just want to be able to see what you're doing.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've just got one of the carnelian, and I've just put it on both wires, and I'm bringing it down, right down to the end, and it's just going to create its own little loop.
Lovely.
Okay, so that's sat like that.
It's doubled over.
It's doubled over. So this is a really simple technique now. So what we'll do is a couple of, we're going to basically be putting them on both wires and then through a wire. So now I'm going to get a bead. I'm going to put it on one wire. And then I'm going to put the other wire through it. So you're putting both the wires, the beading threads, through. And then you just pull gently. You have to fiddle about with it a little bit because it will...
Just to get your loop
Just to get your right shape, but it's easy enough to use. And then that will naturally form that shape. Okay, hold that up. And again, you can play about with it. So this is just a repeating pattern. I'm now going to pop another one on both wires and bring it down. And by doing that and pushing it, it's going to create that part of the loop. And then another
That's nice because
wire.
you've got it horizontal, then you've got your rondelle vertical.
It creates a different texture to it. And because of the wire and because of the two different colours, it really stands out. And then I'm just threading through both wires again and then pulling down. And if it twists, don't worry, it will straighten itself out, I say. It's going to prove me wrong now, isn't it? And then you just pull it down. And then you just play about with it till you've got your shape. So you see the pattern forming?
Yes, I can.
So I'll just do one more just so you can see. So I'm going to go back through both of the wires again and pull it down.
Lovely.
And so that's how you form that chain. So I've already done one.
Yeah.
So you do actually do two sides.
Two separate sides.
They are done two separately sides.
Right.
Two sides done separately.
So
I've done one side just to show
darling.
you, okay? Because it is done in a few little sections. I did prep myself a little bit. Then we pop on a crimp when we've got the right length, bearing in mind It depends how long you want it to be. So, you know, if it is a bit long, you can adjust it as you're going along. Just pop your crimp on. Okay. We don't need to worry about doing a loop or anything because we're going to put the ribbon findings on.
Right.
So this will just get snipped. So don't worry about doing a loop. You just pop the crimp on. And
because the ribbons are what?
Because the ribbons are going to be the ending. Yeah. Okay. So then you get one of the pieces of ribbon. Again, this is a beautiful colour.
It's a gorgeous colour,
really
isn't it?
Lovely.
I'm tempted to put that in my hair.
Yeah.
Mine are unusual, it's just so pretty. It's real Caribbean blue. You get 10 metres of it, and they're all to 1 metre length.
I mean, if you imagine this with the green ribbon from the other kit.
Oh yeah, green with envy.
It's just be beautiful.
It's pretty when you put it around your presents as well.
Yeah. The thing is, like I said, I don't tend to use ribbon and beading wire as much in my designs, but so doing this for me is fun challenge as well.
Oh, that's good, good.
To actually sort of come up with other designs. Okay, so you just need one length, and I don't actually cut the length until I've finished. Okay, so what you need to do, this bit is a little bit, to start off, it's a little bit, it's not tricky. You could do a little knot, to be honest. I just do a tiny little, wrap it around once or twice at the very top.
Thank you, beautiful.
And just tie a little knot, okay? Just to keep it secure. You can undo that after.
Yeah.
So you simply go through the top loop, pull it through. You could, if you knew how much you needed, then you would be able to cut it, but because I'm not quite sure, I just prefer to keep it as one length. So I've gone through, and then I'm going to come around to the front, and then I'm going to go through the next loop. So basically it's over and under. So I've gone under one, so I'm going to go over the next one. Okay, so if you see it like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to go over the next one. And I'm just threading it through the holes that you've made from the chain. So it's not over and under, it's going through. It's going left to right.
Yeah.
Or right to left, whichever, there's no right or wrong way. But you're going over it, so you're just going through it. So you go all the way through.
So if we see how it's just looking so far.
Yeah, so you can see it looks pretty just like that.
Yeah, it does. Have you gone through twice though? Have you gone?
I get to the bottom and then you go back up.
Creates a little bit sort of a plait effect, doesn't it?
It's a plait effect without actually plaiting. I was quite impressed with how it came out. It wasn't planned. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a chain effect with a ribbon going through it. And initially I was just going to do that and leave it at that, which looks lovely. But all I did was come through this bottom bit, and again that helps hide the join as well, because you can budge it down and it will help cover the join a little bit. So bring it through, and then you just go the other side. So on this occasion I'm going to go over the side that's bare. So if you look here, that I've gone through this side, so I want to go over this side.
Yes, you're coming over and under.
Yeah, so I'm going to repeat the same, but I'm just going to do it on the other side, so the opposite direction basically. Yeah. And then you just pull it through, and then it just go through, and it just
up and under,
up and over,
through the opposite way.
Yeah, I don't think you could actually do it wrong, to be honest.
No,
however it turns out.
It's not quite turning out like you've.
Yeah, if it's not turning out how you thought it would, then
just re-thread your ribbon. Just
re-thread it. I think I've gone through the wrong hole, but so to get back on track, I just go under. It does tend to use up about half of the
meter.
But I find it better to not cut it, because then at least, that's it. So you're just going under there and see how it's forming itself. But even if you do go a little bit wrong there, it doesn't matter, because
it will seem to look wrong though.
No, it'll pick its pattern up. So that's basically, you would carry on right up to the top.
Love the pop of those agates against that blue.
It really stands out, doesn't it?
So pretty, Laura, yeah.
And then you just simply finish off as you normally would. I just put it all together like that.
If I turn this around, so you can see.
Yeah, all together like that, and then just pop the end on, and then just crimp it off after you've secured it. And that's that bit. And then I'll just very quickly show you the pendant
yes,
part.
Yes, darling, yeah, we'll focus on the front bit. So this is where our little loops were that you just threaded your ribbon through.
So you would have two sides made up like that now. So you would have done both of the sides, so I'll just pop them to one side. And down there. And then you need a nice big long length of wire. It's better to have a little bit too much, and when you've got as much as you have, it's not a problem. Okay. All right, so again, I want to find my middle again, just like I did before. Okay, I did colour code those, so I tried to do a dark, a light and a dark. I'm not going to for this.
Okay, so you just picked those out
beforehand.
Yeah,
I did intentionally colour code that.
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry.
I'll just move you to the
side.
I think we need to move this overhead camera because it's driving me around the bend, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
bless you. You're in the middle, but it's just like, it seems to be to the right of you there, though.
Yeah, that's fine. We need a little here. Right. Okay, so what I've done then is I've got everything on first. So I've just got a carnelian, a quartz, another carnelian, and these quartz are beautiful as well.
Isn't it? It's gorgeous, gorgeous. So is this creating the middle bit?
Middle bit, yeah. Yeah, which would then just join on to the other two. Oh, the only problem is you can't find the holes. There we go. So what I've done is a carnelian, a quartz, carnelian, quartz, carnelian, quartz. So you want 3 quartz, 4 carnelian. Okay. You're going to bring them right down, and then you've got a natural little loop just there. Okay, again, we've just formed our own little natural loop.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is bring in both wires. I'm going to bring them both back through the first carnelian and the first quartz, and they'll come through the beads. They're nice size beads.
They'll go through twice.
Yeah, they'll go through, well, there's 4 wires technically.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're going through easily. Okay, and then that's just going to form another little loop there. Okay, so you've got your 2 loops.
2 ends, yeah.
Yeah, to hold it on. So then we're going to go another quartz.
Create our little triangle.
Yeah, it just, again, it was just a little fiddle and a play about, really. I don't tend to set out with these designs in my mind. I just put beads on and play about until I'm happy, and then I always think, oh, they're going to ask me how I did it. I should have remembered.
Can I retrace my steps? What did I do? It was a happy accident.
Okay, so again, I went through this. Bear with me one moment. So I'm just going to go through the other side. Okay. That one hasn't gone through both. Sorry. It will go through. There we go.
So you've gone back in on yourself.
So gone back in on yourself. A little play, because it will sort of lose its shape a little bit, but if you play about with it, it will keep its shape. Oh, it's not playing the game with me. It's because I'm on live telly. Just give them a little pull. It will come together. See, so it's come together like that.
Oh yes, yeah.
It will come together. You just have to little
just
play
give
with
it. A little.
It's fine. It will sort itself out. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, actually I'm going to just add, what I'm going to do is cut that and then I would tie that off there, okay, and then through this bit here, through this carnelian here, so you just naturally move over, don't I? For this, I'm just going to put another piece of the wire that I've just cut off here, so it's creating a new part again, you see, because that I'll just tie a tiny little knot in that, and that will be fine. And then you just pop one more bead on.
Just to give it the fulcrum, if you like, of the triangle,
just to finish it off. And then it'll go around like that. And then to finish that off again, because these beads take it.
Yes,
you can pop it through, and also
through and through again.
Gives a bit of dimension to it as well.
And it's so pretty against the, the oranges and the black and the white.
Yeah, it just looks lovely. I mean, you don't have to have it on that ribbon. You can just have it on a bit of chain. It does go through, it's just me being...
It's all right, darling. You've got a kinky end there.
I have. There we go, see? And it, again, you just pull it. It will go through, but I'm not going to neaten it up, but you get the idea.
Yeah,
And then, again, I just thread it through a couple more beads.
Just to retain that shape.
And it will retain its shape, and then if you bring it round, you can naturally tie that off. And then just to bring it together here...
One of your rice beads, your agates.
Yep, I just...
Oh, and a pin goes all the way through along the length?
No, it doesn't.
Ah, so we're going to do something tricksy.
It is, yeah. So this just made it look pretty, to be honest. It doesn't fit. So
length isn't enough.
No, it's not. I thought I'd be clever and try, but it didn't work.
They're quite a long length,
yeah,
those
they're quite a long
rice
length.
beads.
So going back to this would be my finished end. What I did was a tiny little loop. So just using my pliers, I've just done a tiny loop like this. Okay, and then I'm just going to thread that over here.
Onto your ribbon.
Onto the ribbon. Okay, and then I'm going to pop that in there. Now that won't hold it.
No.
Okay, and I'm going to repeat, oh sorry, I'm going to go through this and like that, so it holds it, but it won't hold it.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to repeat, so on the other side again, I've got my pliers here, I'm just twisting all the way around. I would have popped on the other side if I had it made. And then I'm going to put that through there and through there. And that would be holding it. And then I just get another piece of beading thread. I have got cut somewhere. I'll just cut another piece off. So that won't hold it on its own.
No, because they're just stuck in either end, aren't they, essentially?
So all you do is just pop a beading thread through it all.
Oh, just simply bring it all together.
Bring it all together.
It's like a little, well, dare I say it, a little cheat.
It is a little cheat. Just pop it through again, make sure you catch everything, and then pop a crimp bead on, which I forgot to put on, but then pop your crimp bead on there, and then just crimp it.
Which is what you've done.
Yeah.
I just picked this up here. You see there?
But because you've got the head pin, it gives a little bit of a silver feature over that, and then the beading wire just holds it
It's connected it all together through.
Yeah.
I understand.
It looks a bit messy there because I haven't tied or cut off ends.
And you'd be cutting off your ends.
Yeah. But that's basically the stages of how you do it.
The essence. Oh, thank you, darling.
I hope it's clear enough.
We got there in the end.
Sorry.
We're going to adjust this slightly because you are actually sitting in the middle and working in the middle of the mat.
Yeah.
It's just that our graphics seem to obstruct everything we can see.
Yeah.
So, bless you. Thank you for that, darling.
That's okay.
Don't forget to text us in on 60777 if you want Laura to demonstrate anything, or rather, I wouldn't say demonstrate anything. She's got so much to demonstrate anyway. But physically answer any questions that you've got. There's your text number, and send it to JM Studio. Otherwise, we don't know it's for us. And any questions that you've got, or if you're struggling with your wire work, or any questions.
Yeah, if I can help in any way, if there's anything you want to know.
Please text us in today. But right now, we're going to have a look at some of your designs on the Wall of Fame. Oh, I think you'll like this. Look at this for a bit of wire work.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Wow. There's a lot of work's gone into that.
Bridal. What would you say the gauge was on that?
Probably either 0.4, I would say.
Yeah, oh, she's good. She's good. Actually says it on the back, but
I hadn't seen the back.
No, she hadn't. She hadn't. It says this is from Anne Marie McAllister. And she says it's a tiara she made from white potato pearls and gold shell pearl on a gold-coloured tiara base, using 4mm gold wire, all from Jem. Hope you like it. Like it. We love it.
It's gorgeous.
That is sensational. Beautiful, beautiful tiara there, Anne-Marie. Good luck Wednesday's prize draw. You're number 374.
Okay, this is number 372, and this is a beautiful looking necklace. It says, hi, here is this week's Wall of Fame entry. It is made from white jade and imperial jasper, regarded Sue. And it's really beautiful.
Really gorgeous. Look at that little 3 and then a 1 and a 3 and a 1.
It's different. I've not seen that.
Yeah, no, me neither.
No.
I like that
Beautiful,
a lot.
well done.
Copy that. And oh, you know, talk about wire work and gizmo work.
Gorgeous.
This is like Aladdin's cave, treasure trove. Number 373. It's from the lovely Nikki in Stanford in Essex, and it's her latest project called The Purple Heart, inspired by Rachel and Gemma. I love working with wire, and they both encouraged me to keep playing with it. Keep up the good work, everyone. Loving all the designers' work, and I hope it makes the walls of fame. Lovely to hear what you think about it. Many thanks for the hours of wonderful entertainment, although the bank balance doesn't. Well, we hope you can join us today, Nikki, because we've got loads of fabulous offer. That is gorgeous, number 373. Keep up that wire work.
Okay, this is number 371. And this is, says, morning to all at JM. Love, love, love all the fun and crazy shows. Gives loads of ideas to do with the gems. This is my first entry for the Wall of Fame. This was the first set I bought. These are some of the first pieces I've ever made, but have been hesitant on sending a picture. Hope you like it, Julia. And I don't know why you've been hesitant, because they're gorgeous.
They are gorgeous.
Really gorgeous.
Yeah. Good luck for the prize draw. Yeah, more to read out later.
Yep.
We've got more to bring you. We've got some guests in the studio though. Hello everybody. Hello. They're on Claire's resin workshop. So let's say hello. I've met some of the ladies already. You never guess who's here. You never guess who's here. Christine. We haven't seen her for a while, have we? How you doing? Come in. Say hello. This is our lovely Claire. How you doing, darling?
I'm doing fine.
How many girls have you got today?
I've got 8 today.
Not any gents. Just the girls today.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely. And what are we doing in today's course?
Well, we're doing some things like this.
Beautiful.
So this is a cloisonné effect of resin with jump rings and resin and sparkle in different colours. Of course, I've made it to match my shirt.
Oh,
naturally.
Perfect. I mean, it's all perfect. I mean, I actually wore this to match the abstract kit. It was all deliberate.
Of course. Yes,
So, would you like to come say hello? Be on camera? You don't have to. I mean, I'm not going to. Oh no! Oh no! No! All right. Okay then.
They're going to have a great day.
Yep.
They're all going to make at least 3 pieces, probably 4, and they're taking away with them a resin kit. Yay! So,
Yay!
Yes.
So 3 or 4 pieces. You're going to be busy, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a slave driver.
We like it. Well, have a gorgeous day. And I hope you enjoy it and enjoy the tour. And yeah, no, they'll have great. They're in very capable hands. Of course, you can always do the resin course with our lovely. Yeah, we have it on the back of our Hub magazine how to get involved. She does get booked up very quickly though, so please make sure you book early. And is it 1 a month? Is it you do, darlings? Forgive me, I'm just leaning in so you can get.
Yes, sorry. That's the plan. One a month.
1 a month.
Yes.
Marvellous.
I haven't got the next date booked, but. Yes, indeed.
Call the call centre. Absolutely, they'll be able to give you the dates. Thank you very much, Claire. Enjoy, ladies, and we'll see you later on. Have a good day with us here. Lovely to see you again. Alrighty, shall we show you how to enter the Wall of Fame? Because basically every Wednesday, on a Wednesday, we simply draw out of a hat, and you can win £100 worth of credit to spend with us here at Jewellery Maker, or £50 worth of credit. And don't forget, you could put that towards one of the courses. And we know that soon Laura will be introducing the advanced wire work course as well. So let's show you how to enter the Wall of Fame, and I'll be back with more goodies.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
We all know that you need the right tools for the job. So here at Jewellery Maker, we have developed our very own tool set just for you. In this larger set, we have provided more tools to help you develop your jewellery making skills even further. The kit includes wire cutters, a bead reamer with replacement tips, an awl, tweezers with a scoop, a sliding gauge, a snip, and all the essential pliers you will need. All of this is yours for just $15.95, neatly presented in a carrying case with an embossed Jewellery Maker logo. Stay tuned for more advice, tutorials and demonstrations of jewellery making. We provide the tools, you provide the skill.
Add to your collection with our Wirework DVD, which is full of hints, tips and step-by-step instructions for all levels. Join guest designer Laura Binding as she takes you through how to create the Tree of Life, the herringbone weave and many more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
My thoughts on Jewellery Maker. I find that if you're an experienced jewellery maker or new to the hobby, Jewellery Maker has everything for you. Right from the basic findings up to the more expensive and a little bit more intricate feature beads, pendants that you can bead. I think it's a really, really lovely site. As a teacher myself, I have bought all of the basic kits for my students. You can't get them cheaper anywhere. Very comprehensive, very nicely made, quality goods. I really can't say much more about Jewellery Maker. It's a really good site to visit.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Hi, welcome back. Now we've got a fantastic offer for you, a 3-strand bundle and a fantastic wire bundle that we'll talk more with Laura about in a moment. Alrighty, let's launch my 3 gorgeous strands. Look at these. Fabulous bicones of the actual crackle quartz. We've got our ruby quartz there as well. And we've got my pretty agate. Look at those. Let me feed those down there a little bit. Aren't they gorgeous? 3 fantastic strands. And I'm loving, because it looks like the clouds on a blue sky, this beautiful agate. Now I'll double check the carat weights for you and the size, but I'm pretty sure these are 10mm. And blue fire agate faceted rounds, 10mm, 230 carats. And they look like snow-capped, don't they? Some are just pure blue, but you've got that crackle effect. Emulating your fire agate of Mexico, you know, almost when things are so burnt and then they cool down and then you have that white crisp on them. Beautiful light denim blue there, lovely individual patterns, and those patterns highlight the actual hexagonal faceting on the actual gemstones there. So pretty. That would look so pretty with blue suede shoes that we had yesterday, you know, that blue aquamarine and the blue aragonite, just really beautiful. It's such a gentle blue, very pretty blue, and there's some great variation in the strand. You've also got your crackle quartz in the bicones and lots of sparkle in these. They're like little lanterns, aren't they? You can really see how that crackle makes the light react inwardly, and you get loads of bright sparkle. They're real they're like sparkle dust gemstones. You know how we have the sparkle dust silver? That's almost like what you're seeing here in the crackle quartz. It's your quartz heated up and then cooled down, plunged into cold water, and it makes the quartz crackle internally. But then that creates a greater refractivity of light internally. It really makes them. Can you see that at home? Fantastic bicones there, 120 carats, 8x8mm. And then the ruby quartz. Now, it's a bit of a misnomer here. If I say the ruby, you might think, oh, but I don't see much red. And to be fair, it's more of a plum burgundy. Because your actual natural Indian ruby is more of a darker burgundy red. And your ruby quartz is more along those tones as well. So it's like a... How would you describe that colour, Laura? Because it's not red, it's not your burgundy, it's your ruby quartz. It's a difficult one to put your finger on, isn't it?
It is. It's almost like a mauvey kind of. Yeah,
mauvey. There's violet mauves in there, or pinky tones, isn't there?
Yeah, it's difficult because I wouldn't class that as red or purple.
No, I wouldn't either.
Light burgundy.
Yeah, there's sort of ochre browns creeping in there, you see, as well, mixing with it.
I think whatever you put it with would actually bring out the colours of it. So
Yes,
if you put it with something brown, it would obviously make it look browner.
And the pinks likewise, or
pick
the
it up,
purples, yeah, but amethyst, yeah, definitely. We just highlight that element. It's real.
It probably would reflect to whatever it's with.
Exactly. In fact, if you're watching right now and you've got a better word for it, because I'm always struggling to describe because you know, you don't want to suggest the ruby reds because I feel that would be misleading. But if you've got a great description of this colour, please text me in because I'll nick it if that's all right with you. Like yesterday with Linda, the petrol blue we were describing, that just really hit the nail on the head of the shell pearl. But yeah, so it's got the violets and it's got the purples in there, but a sort of a brown underlying tone in there as well. Sort of a lovely muted gentleness to that. It's very pretty on the skin tone as well, very gentle on the eye. So 3 very different shapes. You've got the hexagonal faceting on these gorgeous rounds there, the 10mm rounds. You've got the interesting, wonderful lantern shape of the bicones there, and that crackle property. And then the lovely traditional 8mm rounds of the ruby quartz, 160 carats. There you get it's a real, I'm struggling with that, naming that colour. I want to say sage camel brown with mauves, but that's a gobful, isn't it? It must be an easier.
It's really sort of.
Come on, Claire Bear, what do you reckon, darling? You're a woman of the world.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's like a.
We'll think on that one. I leave it to you. Come on, help me out here. Anyway, they're all brand new today. They've all been bundled together into 3-strand pack, and we've got a bundleicious, fantastic price point for you. Okay, are you ready for this? Brand new today, $16.95, well under £6 a strand, basically. So fantastic quality. Remember when we're bundling gemstone strands together, we're building into the bundle savings, okay? We're building in the fact that actually, you know, when you buy them together like this, and you don't have to use them together, but I think that they all lend themselves beautifully together if it were, you know, a side. The white and the blue certainly instantly is a hit, but then, you know, if you just want to tone it down, I'm thinking for the autumn again. I've got a lovely 3-strand pack that made me think of autumn straight away coming up later on. But these lovely mauves in there would be beautiful. They'd be very pretty as well. I'm going to go with mauve for now, with the lovely green fluorite I've got coming up as well later on in our Green with Envy kit. It is, it's like the stone of a plum, isn't it? The colour of the stone of a plum. Plum mauve, it's beautiful. Lovely shine, lovely luster there. $16.95. The code is XUGC80. And we built in massive, but remember these savings, these bundles, you know, they're only for the show, and you know, the offers are there and then, so please make sure you don't miss out. That number's a free phone number, and with a 30-day money-back guarantee, we like to give you that assurance that when you get them home and you feel them and you ascertain the colour for yourself and you just think, oh yeah, look at those crackle quartzes under the light. They really do sparkle. They're great actually for the finishing ends on your tiara and your hair combs and with your wire as well, aren't they? They really, you know, if you've built those into like your lovely sculpture, they really sparkle, don't they?
Oh, they catch the light beautifully, yeah. Sometimes, well, I've got those in, well, something similar in a kit later on, and yeah, you don't need anything much just to bring it out.
No, exactly. And coloured, any of the coloured threading or some of the thinner gauged wires, you know, you'll see that because the crackle quartz are so white and beautiful. And that interspersion of the crackle plus that lovely bright refractivity of the quartz, you know, you're going to see any colour running through and around just really stand out. Love those snow-capped. Reminds me of baked Alaska. I don't know why, but it just does. That's a great put, isn't it? I do as well, but who can make it?
Also good at making it.
Really? Really? Goodness me. Baked Alaska, it's a feat and a half, isn't it? Warm meringue around cold ice cream. Bonkers idea, but gosh, it's good. That's what the fire agate reminds me of, baked Alaska. Obviously not a lot of blue ice cream in the middle, but it's just that coating, isn't it? That marshmallow melt on the top. I love meringue as well. It's the only time I'll eat cream, when you got meringue, yeah, because I don't like, I like clotted cream on a scone, but I'm not a big fresh cream girl.
No.
But if it's with a meringue, you know, like...
I like meringues when they got that chewy bit in the middle.
A bit of chewy, yeah.
Sort of
hard, a bit, that's perfect meringue.
That's meringue,
bit of chewy in the middle.
Yeah.
Are we making you hungry? I am. Somebody quick, send us in a pavlova. $16.95 for those 3 gorgeous strands. The meringue fire agate, the beautiful ice white meringue bicones, and the plum stone there of the beautiful ruby quartz. We've had some texts. Good morning to you all. Oh, good. Have we got some names for this ruby quartz? Have we got some texts, some ideas? Somebody can put me out of my misery. Oh, now that's a good. The mink. Rose mink has been a suggestion.
Yeah.
That's a very good.
That's very nice.
That's a very good.
Yeah.
You're picking up the pinks there, but the minky browns that we were struggling with describing.
Yeah.
Rose mink. Aubergine, yeah. I'll go with aubergine.
That's the word I was trying to think
aubergine,
of.
yeah.
Aubergine, it's got that kind of...
Yeah. I think of darker purple with my aubergine sometimes, though, if I'm honest. Dark purples.
Yeah.
Dusty pink, yes, like an antique dusty pink. I like that. So we must remember these. Rose mink,
down.
dusty pink. I know, because it'll come to it again in about a week's time, a different strand, or we'll see it in a month and I'll go, oh. Now, John's texted in as well. John's inventing words for me in the English language. He says it's a brown pink, so we'll call it brink. Am I right? Brink. It's brink. It's officially brink. That's like I invented a word the other day on gems. I was having a pendant and a chain, and I ended up calling it a chendant by accident. I said, oh, look at this chendant. I thought, I'll go with that. Yeah, the chain and the pendant we were selling. Look at your chendant. So brink. The brown and the pink, I like that. So thank you for those suggestions. Love the idea of pink mink. Was it pink mink? Rose mink. And what was the other one? Rose mink and dusty pink. And aubergine. These are good ideas. Thank you very much. You've helped me out there. But make sure you're dialing. Make sure you don't miss out for that fantastic bundle, that 3-strand pack. All right, I've got some fantastic wire because I know we've got a lot of wire enthusiasts who have tuned in especially to see our Laura. And fantastic designs, and I know we always get inspired by her wire work when she's on the show. So this is to inspire your wire work further by enabling you to get all the different gauges, some great different colours there as well, and to experiment with your design. So let's take you through them. We have got, I'm going to start at the top here, bright pink, fuchsia pink, that's 100 metres of the 0.4mm fuchsia coloured silver copper wire. So that's 0.4, and for that one, because it's a thinner gauge, you're getting 100 metres there as well. Now moving down to the bright red, that's as bright as red as the Dales, isn't it? That's 10 metres of the red coloured silver plated copper wire. That's the 0.25. That's like the purple one this morning and the black one Linda was working with yesterday. So we're going from 0.4 in the fuchsia to 0.25, and you get 10 metres of the red. Then we move down and we've got the black. So we've got 0.25, we've got 0.4. This is our black, 10 metres. This is 0.6. This is 0.6. Then we move down to the silver. And this is, thank you, 0.8. Thank you, Claire. 10 metres. Sorry, I heard the word Elvis and I got sidetracked. What have you got there? Oh yeah, make sure you keep those. 0.8 of the silver plated copper wire, 10 metres, that's 0.8. And then last but not least, I think this really is your aubergine there, the purple coloured silver plate copper wire, 1mm, 10 metres. So they're all 10 metres apart from the fuchsia at the top, which is 100. And you've got the gauges 0.25, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 and 1mm. The whole range. So 10, 20, 30, but 140 metres in total. You've got the fuchsia, the red, the aubergine, the silver, the black, and we've bundled them all together. And we'll talk more about those gauges with Laura in a moment, because I know they'll have their own specific talents. All together, all bundled together for SRGC 42 for a bundleicious saving bargain price of $14.95. Now, if you've got your 3-strand bundle, if you've got your early bird, if you've got the first new kit, then you know you're adding to an existing order. It's 1 P&P for the day till midnight, and you've got the evening show to enjoy tonight as well as the repeats to take advantage. It's $2.95, one postage packaging price for the whole day. So lots to take advantage of today. We've got good availability when we're bundling together strands and wire in this case. We're making sure we've got good availability for the repeats, and give us a call. But we will be experimenting with these gauges with Laura in a moment. So if you really want to, extend your wire work further and experiment further and, utilize those different gauges, then this is the bundle for you. Because I know sometimes in your own collection, you might just have what's in the kit, the 0.1. The 1mm rather, I should say, or the 0.25, and you won't have experimented with the 0.6 or the 0.8. So this, and with the different colours there as well, it just gives you more variation when you're doing your sculptures, as Laura has done already, and we'll look more at those later on as well. So they add a very different dynamic to your designs, and to have 5 of them for $14.95, absolute bargain, isn't it? It's £3 a coil, as it were. Alrighty, we're going to go and see Laura. I'm going to take them with me so I can, just discuss all the different gauges. There we go. You okay, darling? Yeah. Oh, she's with me there. I'll try not to trip over. Here we go.
Right.
I know you're getting ready there, darling.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I just sort of pick your brains in terms of all the different gauges? That's the. I'm going to stack them in the sizing so we don't get confused ourselves. So that's the 0.4. The black is 0.6. Then that's the 0.8, and then that's the
1mm.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's our sizes. Were you all right to just talk me through?
Yeah. I'm just going to put this one side.
The difference and how you would utilise them. So we're starting with the thinnest, or you can start with the fattest there, the 1mm there.
Okay. Well, I've got them all here. That's what I've been working with. And that's where I've been using the purple from the starter and the purple from this. They're perfect. They're every single size that you would want. And if you are new to wire and you're just experimenting with it, for that price and for that actual pack is brilliant, because you've got everything you need. Yeah. You've got all of the different gauges, you can get a feel of the different gauges, you can work out what's what, and you can just have a play about. The 1mm, as I said earlier, is brilliant for frames, is brilliant for making outer frames, it's good for making the base of a bracelet.
A torque, like
I did earlier. You can hammer it, you can make links, so you could do a necklace again like I did in the other kit. I just made a couple of links.
It kept that movement, that metal memory stronger.
And it makes it strong.
Your cuff bracelet
got the
is
cuff
strong.
bracelet, which is what I'm going to show in a minute.
Yeah.
So that's what I would use the 1mm for. You can use it for rings. I tend to not use it for rings if I can avoid it, because I find it is, unless you're used to working with wire, and even if you are used to it, it can be a bit harder to manipulate. That's the only reason. And so that's what I would use 1mm for. Okay.
Right. So
that's pretty much what I would use that for. Now 0.8.
Is this what you've used on the ring by any chance? I mean, I don't know.
0.8 I would have used on the ring.
There we go. This is the ring I'm wearing here, Claire Bow. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
You are going to demonstrate this later.
Yeah.
That's your 0.8. That's your preference for your rings.
Yeah, definitely. Always use that because it's brilliant. It's very flexible. It's which one's the 0.8? Oh, is it silver?
Silver, yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot softer. I mean, to be fair, that colour, sometimes you can get 1mm, and although it's sturdier, it's still quite soft. This is very nice to work with because it's very easy to manipulate.
Yes, and the more you're using it and warming it up.
Well, it tends to get a bit harder. The more you work with it, the harder it gets.
Really? Oh, that's interesting. I would have thought it would have been the opposite.
No, it's not. The more you work, it gets work hardened. Because you're constantly manipulating it.
Yes, I suppose you're changing.
You start to make it harder to work with, so that is something to be aware of. But the 0.8 is even easier. You know, you can just wrap it around. It's so easy to do this, to stretch it, and so it's easy to bend. You can do your twirls with it. You can make your own.
We've got a bit more time to play with that.
Yeah, and you can get the feel of it, and it's still sturdy. Still hold its shape. So that again, earring hooks, the 1mm I'd use for clasps.
Yes.
Earring hooks I'd use this for. You can make clasps with this, but I tend to prefer the thicker wire. It's just a bit stronger. Again, links. You can make bracelets with this. Brilliant for making rings, bangles. You could just anything. This is a staple to have.
That's a good staple. Yeah. So that's in your bundle as well.
I make my wire sculpture pendants with 0.8 as well.
And then move on to 0.6.
0.6, which is the black.
Yeah.
This is lovely for the thinner hold beads.
Yes, I was just about to say, in all essence, you know, certain gems will only go through certain gauges anyway, like your natural pearls and the likes.
The shell pearls are pretty good. They're
they're
quite
pretty good, aren't they? They'll pretty much go through a lot of the big ones,
But again, if you've got a coated one as well, it's got like a real sort of, it's just easy to use because it's got that sort of softness to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, again, it's really easy to manipulate. It does hold its shape, but you can see that you only have to go like that and it would lose it.
Yeah.
But it's very good for making wrapped links. So say you were to pop a bead on it like that, you would make a quick, I'm only going to do this with my finger just for roughness.
Yeah.
But this goes to show how easy it is to use. You would do that on one end, that on another, and that's how you make your link chains.
Yeah, oh, that's a good idea.
And it's
nice
still
link chain.
So, and it's quite thin and flexible for that as well. It's good. You can use it for tiaras, but not necessarily for fine ones like that one that we saw on the wall of fame. You wouldn't use that for that because it's
that was 0.4, wasn't it?
And it's a bit harder to twist. The 0.4 is easier for that. So again, you could use it for that. Again, I've done wire sculpture pendants with this. You can make rings with 0.6. Just go around the ring shank a couple more times.
Yeah.
So that's 0.6.
The 0.4, we just said tiara, perfect.
Tiaras, they're brilliant for that. They're perfect for Tree of Lives because I'm using the 0.25 at the moment. It's a little bit thinner. It works brilliantly. It just gives a different effect. The 0.4 is again a little bit stronger, but still very easy to use. It's brilliant for weaving. I love it for weaving, for attaching. If you just want to put a couple of wires together, brilliant for that. But it's a little bit. Not harder, it's just a little bit more sturdier.
Yeah.
So it's not got the flexibility of the 0.215. It's like using beading wire, if you look how thin and flexible that is.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a weaving technique, like in the pendant that I've got over there, it's brilliant for that because you can just weave it, whereas a 0.4 is what I've used for the necklace that Gemma's wearing.
Yes, around those lovely, the bronze beauty kit later on, And I've seen the 0.4 and the 0.25, I've seen both of those used on the fascinators and the tiaras because just to create those twists, just to create the wraparounds.
Personally, I would use the 0.4. Again, it's just that little bit stronger and it holds its shape. Once you've twisted it, it holds its shape a bit better. The 0.25 is good, it will hold, but it can't take the weight as such.
No.
But again, this is brilliant for doing little weaves, for doing... I did a necklace, a 3-strand weave necklace last time I was on, using the 0.4 as well. And that made the whole 3D effect. So there is so much you can do with it. And again, like I said, this is brilliant for weaving, for doing little designs like the Tree of Life. And so it's a perfect package because it's got everything you need. There shouldn't be a single design that you'll come across that you won't be able to do because you'll have all the gauges.
So we've got all 5 there, all 5 of those gauges, beautifully explained. Thank you, Laura. The difference there, because I often wonder, $14.95, and we've got all those great colours as well.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started doing wire, I bought loads in years ago. I had no idea what I was buying. I was like, oh, 0.8, but I didn't know what they were. I was just like, oh, I'll just buy that, and that, and I have a clue. Until you start learning, and now there's a lot more direction. There's DVDs, there's tutorials. You can got guest designers to show you, so you've got that direction so that you know what to do. But at least you've got it all there, and you can see it for yourself. Work out what you like to work with as well. You might think, oh, it's too fiddly for me, the thinner wires.
Yes, that's true.
I'm going to stick to the thicker wires. Rachel does a lot of gizmo, so she tends to use a lot more of the 0.6.
I was going to, so the gizmo, is that better for the gizmo 0.6, 0.8?
Yeah, 0.6.
Just a better retention.
1 mil she uses a lot for the base, and then she'll probably use 0.6 I would for like the coils. So it's all there to have a play with, work with it, have a play about, see what you like to do. And so, yes, perfect.
Fantastic, fantastic. So $14.95, your wire bundle, SRG C42, a brilliant offer, I'm sure Laura will agree. And like she said, you've got everything there and to take you through your journey with the wire work, and you're going to see Laura experimenting with those different gauges later on as well.
I'm going to try.
Was there, darling, Dee, was there something?
Bracelet.
Oh, sorry. So,
keep losing.
You did the bangle now, beautiful.
Yeah, I was.
Forgive me, this is, there's nothing wrong with this bracelet. It's just a little less clasp, but it's
a little bit bigger.
A little less clasp, so it's just, I've got a very small wrist, but...
give it a little bend.
Go on then.
Little hint, right, because it is a little bit.
Give it a little bend.
It's got a tiny little wrist.
This is what happens when you try and put it on your own.
Okay.
I know. My son's wrist.
Squeeze it. like that.
Yeah, that's better. There we go.
And then you just give it a little
later.
squeeze. But because she's got tiny wrists.
I know. Did you?
I know you have. I didn't realise she was going to be nabbing it. So I didn't think it.
It's fine.
Yeah. Right.
Rightio, the bangle. Okay,
Ooh.
darling.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is clear away my mess very quickly. And pop that over there. Okay, and just this is the bangle. So
now this wire you've got here is the 1mm.
1 mil. This came from the. This is what I'm going to do. This was from the last kit that I did. So this was using the 1 mil wire, which again,
our abstract kit. Yeah.
We'll just say that and that is a fabulous.
Love it.
Believe
Love
it or not, it's beautiful.
Electrifying.
It really is. Okay, so what we do, and as I've said, I'm not a measurer. One day I will learn to measure my wire, but
oh no.
for now,
these rules. We don't need to do that. No.
What you want is 3 nice lengths. This is only going to be a bracelet, but there's lots of swirling and twirling going on there. So
looks like ½ metre. You'd kind of, if I'm honest, probably a little bit more, 3/4 of a metre.
Yeah, arm's length, ish. But like I said, I mean, I've added wire into that. So I started off with 3 wires, and then I added.
Yes, because you create little loops around.
So you can add wire to this. This is just to create the frame, okay? And this won't turn out looking anything like that because obviously the starlight is done, but that's what I love about this.
It's organic, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so put all 3 together, and at the end, I incorporated a little clasp. It should hold on its own.
Yeah,
but
it does
by
actually.
adding a clasp, it just gives it that extra security.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 3 wires are together, and all I'm going to do is using one of the wires. So I'm just going to wrap it around. This will be undone later, so don't worry about it being neat or tidy because it's just holding the wires for me.
For you to work with, right?
Okay, so move all of my stuff out of the way. I am the world's messiest person.
You're just creative, that's all.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is you've got your 3 wires like this, and I'm going to twist 2 of them together loosely. This is just going to create the frame base. So I'm just going to gently twist them together. See what I'm doing is I'm just twisting 2 together, just a couple of twists. I'm going to go to the next, then I'm going to pick up, I'm going to put, it's almost like plaiting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put 1 outer wire to the side, then I'm going to pick up the wire that I haven't included in the twist and bring that over. And then I'm going to twist again. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, say. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up this outer wire again, and I'm going to pick that up.
I'm intrigued.
It's just creating the base. Okay, so if you see it there, it looks really messy and rough at the moment, but it will turn into something pretty, I hope. Oh, no pressure.
By the power of Jewellery Maker.
It will turn into something pretty. Okay, so just done a couple of twists.
So you're doing opposites, you're doing a twist on the one, turning over and then doing a twist.
Yeah, it's just to
3
secure
or so.
all of them, and it just gives it a bit of a base. Okay. When you're happy with the length, again, I tend to measure just by doing this. Think, is it going to fit my wrist-ish? My wrist is about 7.5, which is pretty average.
Yes, yeah, it is.
You can, again, if someone's got a specific size, use a ruler.
Yeah.
You know,
well, it's like you said,
measure
if there isn't a clasp, the cuff is so, you know,
solid.
You open it out, close it up, you know, you just pinch it around the...
So I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, yeah, that'll probably be about fine. It'll probably fit for you perfectly. So
I like the way it's all for me today.
It's all for you today. Choose your stones, we'll make it for you. Okay, so again, I'm just going to join all of them together at the very end, so that's fine. And then what I want to do is on this one, I have incorporated a loop.
Yes, now this is the loop here. We were just,
so I'm just going to create,
discussing.
I'm just going to add the loop, which is just easily done. Get the nose,
like a
round nose
hook,
pliers. Yeah, and just bring it round, and you've got a loop. It's that easy. And then just twist it to join in, and then move that wire out of the way. Wire, you can bend it out of the way, don't be afraid, because you can easily put it back. Okay, so I'm bending it. If it's in the way, just bend it out of the way, it's fine.
Yeah.
Then that, okay? So I've just secured a little loop there. Again, like I said, this is going to be undone, so this can be prettied up around it.
I'm not worried about that yet.
No. And all I'm doing, if it's got like a gap there, bring the wire up and just wrap it. So you've got all of the wires coming from the same direction. I lay it flat like that, that's what you've got. And again, it doesn't look very pretty at the moment, but that's the whole fun of doing what we're about to do. I've just got a little bit of a mix here, so I'm just going to pop on again wire. You have got to check your beads are going to fit on it.
Yeah, we'll go for the ones with the bigger.
Yeah, bigger hole. I mean, this is shell pearl,
holes.
and they're going to fit on there brilliantly.
Yeah.
So pop one on, bring it around. This wire will naturally go in a direction. Just bring it around. So I've just got it like that, and I'm just going to wrap it round once so it's come to the other side. Okay. Another bead.
Trying to find one. We've picked the only collection here with the smaller holes, haven't we?
There we go, I've got one here, it's fine.
Darling.
Again, so...
That's a big one.
Cool.
I think
that's just going to go over like this. I've just gone under it this time. I'm just going to secure it. So it's gone on like this. So this is just the basis.
That's a bigger one there. I'm trying to find you.
Bead picking for me.
Find your beads that you can...
Yeah, that goes on. So then like this, and then that's going to come probably about to the end. Just wrap it up, a couple to secure it. It all gets tidied up at the very end. Don't worry about how it looks like at the moment because you can see the end result there.
It's like spaghetti junction.
It will turn into something pretty, I promise. Promise. Right, let me just pop some more of these in here.
Okay.
Maybe do some more bead hunting for me.
I'll do some more.
Okay.
That's a biggie. Yeah, that's a biggie.
Right. So now I've got these two wires here, so you can see. So I'm just going to go on the next side. So I've got one there, so I'm going to go on the opposite side, and I'm just going to repeat. Okay, so there's my loop. It's going to go over and under, wrap it around once, and it's come up to the next side. I'm going to put one of these on, which we know fit. There we go. Sometimes you can give them a little twist and they'll go on.
Well, you've got your reamer at home as well. Sometimes they just need a bit of encouragement. There's a bit of blockage.
There we go. The only problem is if they are a little bit tight, you can wear the wire off like I've just done. So just be careful of that,
yes,
okay?
that's a good point.
Just be careful.
You're scraping along
You will scrape it along. That was just me because I'm just...
We're doing it for speed, darling, aren't we?
Yeah. So again, I'm just going to go over like, but that's fine because this will get covered with other wire. It's fine. It's no problem. See, you can't see it now. It's gone. So, and then just one more on this side. Ooh, what should we use? Right here. Okay, and I just pop that on. So it's just going to go on like this. So that's just going to be the basic. If you look at that one, that is all it's got.
I just move that over a bit, darling.
So that is just the basic of it.
That off at the end.
Yeah, I will.
These are all
I will finish that up. And then we just basically, this is just going to go. Yeah, this is another end. I'm just going to pretty it up a bit now. So using my thumb, holding the wire, I've just done a little twirl. Okay. And just do a nice little focal twirl, and then you can just come, this is completely freeform now. Yeah. Completely freeform, so you can think, well, I'll just go over the top of that bit of wire there, but I've come through the wires there.
Joined at the same sort of
So point, yeah, it's joined at the same point. So there, now I could just do a nice little swirl, because that will then cover any kind of join. And you can completely freeform it, like I said. So I could go thinking, go with the wire. So I'm going to go through that now. I've gone through this loop because it secures it. Whenever you do this type of design, try to secure your loops, because if I was to just go over the top, it would catch.
And it'd just be,
it would catch. It could catch on your clothes, it could catch on stuff. But just by going through the loop, it doesn't affect the look of the design. It still looks the same,
linking it in.
But it's got that security now. And then through, I'm just going to bring it through there.
Tie it in with your little...
Yeah, and then just tie in a little... Again, you could just wrap it around and tie it up. I'm not going to finish it off too neatly, but I would finish it off. But so there's... Now I've got no wire left now, because obviously I've used all of my wires. So I'll just cut some more off.
This is why it's great to have the 10 metres, and then don't forget in that pink, you know, you've got the 100 metres there as well.
Well, if you think I made out of the 10 metres in the other kit, I made that bracelet, I made the necklace, I made the torque, I made an earring, a pendant, and I've still got wire at home.
There you go. So it goes a
really long way.
You're not using it all in the one bracelet, are you?
So again, you can just go around this side now if you want, and then just again, like I said, just building it up. So just come through it, and that focal one that I've got in the middle, a bit of a last minute decision, I think, to add that one. It felt like it needed something. You might feel it doesn't need something. I felt it did, so I just added it right at the very last moment. And that's why it's underneath as opposed to, see what I've done now is I'm just going through the wire, but I'm securing it.
Yes,
so
you're plaiting it in with the others.
Yeah, and it gives it that kind of look. I could even go there now and secure that with a spiral. Thing is, my style of work isn't very planned out and programmed. I am a very organic person. Yeah, I will just go with the flow, so that's why everything looks different. You know, I might not think that needs a stone in the middle now, but if I did, again, it's just another piece of wire.
So we're talking about this little bit here, yeah?
Yeah.
We feel an emptiness here.
We feel an emptiness.
We feel an emptiness.
So we'll find a little focal. We've got this nice, I think it's like opal, doesn't it? Like the pink opal.
Yeah.
Or white agate, who knows. And then what I did was I just popped it underneath. And then I just joined it in, however you want.
Just integrating that into the design.
Yep, into the design. So I've just popped that on there. Bring that up. Pop it in there, have a play, get it to go where you want it to go. And again, you can bring the wire around so that now it's come around more like that. See, I'm just going around there. And then I'm going to come up here, and then I could put a little feature on there. But now that plaited base looks like part of the design.
Yes, it's all sort of coming together now.
Because of the style of the bracelet.
And it's less noticeable in terms of, I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but I mean in terms of, you know, when we started,
yeah, it looked,
this looked a bit like it wasn't part of anything, but now it's irrelevant, isn't it?
Yeah, now it's actually got a bit of a purpose.
Yeah, it's the basis, isn't it?
And then it goes through here. And like I said, you just keep building until you're happy, and then I'll just show quickly how you do your clasp at the end. So say there I've just done another little swirl, and then you just can just secure. I mean, this is just, I'm just literally, there is no design, I'm just swirling, I'm finding the gap, going for a gap.
I think the tip there was to, like you said, when you're doing an extra loop, tie it in with the existing structure.
Yeah, because if you feel now, although that might catch, it won't because it's tied in, that won't catch, you know, it will all tie in. Now, this part here very quickly, I've naturally got a coil hit at where I attached, I've got another extra piece. Just undo this.
This is the bit you started with.
This is the bit I started with.
You did say it was temporary, didn't you?
Yeah, I said it was temporary. Okay, and so you've got a couple of ends here, so you can easily snip them off, point it down, because if these hit into your finger, if you do this, little tip, do not hold it with your finger and cut, because you will stab yourself.
You show me that there, darling. So don't do this.
Don't do that and then cut.
Stab yourself.
I have done it before. It hurts.
My lord, you're taking off part of your fingertip at the end
well,
of
it's
the
like shooting a little staple into yourself. Don't do it.
So the best way is to
just hold it down into the
face down.
Yeah,
not your finger underneath.
Not your finger. Be careful.
Yeah.
I've done it before. It sounds a bit obvious, but trust
me.
obvious
is good. These are good tips because if it's obvious, it's bound to be the same mistake somebody else makes.
Yeah. So now I've decided it would be done better and neater. Now here, look, you've got your natural wires.
Yeah, we've got all those ends.
So out of that end, this just simply makes a clasp. Cut it off the length you want, and then just a little tiny twirl at the end. And then wherever you want it to sort of be like this. Okay, and then you get your hammer, because this will strengthen it. And then that just makes it that bit more, see now how sturdy it is? That makes it sturdier. And then, obviously, I shape this round wrist, so I just shape it around my own. I just manipulate it, use your hand.
Yeah, perfect tool.
The heat of your hand. You can get mandrels.
Yeah, or round the jammed up, but you're going to be wearing it, might as well do it around your wrist,
and so then that would then fit into there nicely, and you can angle it so it sits and doesn't dig into a wrist. Now that you've got these wires here, you've got your wire straighteners. Okay, use them to straighten that wire. You won't do it perfectly because this is thicker wire, so you won't get it as perfect as the thinner wire, but I mean, look at that, that's not bad, is it?
No, not at all.
Considering how it looks.
I mean, we knotted that a moment ago, hadn't we?
Exactly, and now what you do, just to make it look a little bit pretty, use your thumb, just holding my thumb down, see, lifting my, just created a little spiral, And then you can, this is what I mean, that's where I do it there, see, I naturally go like that, so just put your finger to the side.
Yes, you're stabbing yourself there.
And then let it go and you hold the wire.
You have no fingers left.
Yeah, you do get battered hands, I'm afraid, when you work with wire. And then just a little spiral. Here.
It's a lovely finish, yeah.
Just makes it look, because if you look at the end of that one, it's got some spirals. Again, you just do the same here.
So that's off.
Yep. And you can just play about and twirl it, and it just gives it a bit of a nicer finish. And again, spiral it.
It's a neat way of just dealing with the ends as well, isn't it?
You don't have to. You can cut them all off if you want.
Yeah, and wrap them round.
And then, see, that looks quite pretty.
See, I like that.
And I might just leave it at that. With this one here, I might just thread through and secure.
And this is all using the 0.1.
Yeah, this is all, and this is how easy, I mean, I've used wire for a long time, so obviously you're
quick to manipulate.
Yeah. If you want to practice on 0.8 wire.
Yeah.
It will be sturdy still because it's a lot of wires together, and you've got the clasp anyway.
Yeah.
So it will stay on, and if you're not as used to, but this wire is easy to work with, and like I said, by just threading through the end here.
I guess you just have more confidence. You know,
yeah,
so
you've got to be
more firm with it, and you're just like, right, this is where I want to manipulate it.
But see now, none of that will catch because I've just caught it with that wire. And again, you could just bring this wire up into here and finish off with a spiral. And that, see how different it looks? If you want to add more wire, you can just keep going and going until you're ready. And then just tidy it up and then finish it off. And then you've just got a nice sort of, it looks quite messy like that, but you know, it's been done in a bit of a rush.
Exactly, we're trying to see the technique on the live show.
But it just goes to show, you know, play about with it, sit down and just, you know, look at what you're doing, have a bit of fun. But yeah, if you look at it like that, it still looks quite funky.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll tidy it up in a minute.
That's all right.
We can look a little bit
It's about understanding the technique and how to start and how to approach that cuff bracelet technique.
Yeah,
so,
and it's, I mean, that's all the fashion at the moment, the big cuff bracelets.
Definitely.
And you don't have to have any style or structure, just
There's no
sit,
right and wrong.
Yeah, just play with the wire. It will naturally bend, so go with the natural bend of the wire. So if it's going like that, go with that, and then just wrap it round and then just let it go where it wants to go. Yeah. And I find if you do that, the wire itself looks a lot neater because it's naturally bending in the direction.
Yeah, that it
so
seems to almost want to
so
go,
it's not looking like it's wobbly as such.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Fabulous. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Laura. Don't forget, you can text us in today on 60777 if you've got any questions for Laura about your wire work or jewellery making per se. Start your message, James Studio. I'd love to hear from you. It's very quiet this morning. They're all too busy watching and being diligent and working at home. We do want to talk to you. Of course we want to talk to you. 60777. Start your message, JM Studio. All right, my darling. Okay. I know we're going to get set up for the Bronze Beauty. Do you remember that wonderful necklace that Gemma is wearing? And you've got your butterfly coming up, haven't you?
Okay,
Your breaking news about your butterfly. So I'm going to go and release a bundle and get ready for the Bronze Beauty, our second new kit today. Yeah, this is the one I mentioned earlier, funny enough, and I said, ooh, what was I holding? I said the autumn shades. Yes, it was our mink pink, our lovely plum, our aubergine. Yes, our brink. And I said that would just work so nicely in with these 3 strands. And straight away, I've just, you know, you realise when you see this mookaite would be perfect with it actually, in terms of the tones. And it's a long time since I saw mookaite, but also mookaite in this cut. This cut is delicious. Just look at the variation on this strand. It's just absolutely beautiful. Can you see that on the close-up? It's just gorgeous. I love mookaite. It's a natural gem, as you know, from Mooka Creek in Australia, where it gets the name. But it's like a beautiful artist's oil palette. And that is all natural, that is all genuine. You get such variation of colour tone. Within the different hues, you get great, wonderful, interesting patterns. I mean, that is all one gem. It's like your fluorite, isn't it? When you see that variation of colours, from the ochre to the red to the terracotta to the violet to the aubergine to the ruby. I mean, it's just beautiful, isn't it? And it's all the one strand, so great variation. They all go so well together if you want to keep them together. But notice that cut. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's like a little boxed hexagon, isn't it? Just really, really pretty. Do we have an official description? It's called a faceted nugget. A faceted nugget. So it's like a boxy hexagon to me. Yeah, they're big, aren't they? Do we have a carat weight on that mookaite? That's gorgeous. It's a big carat weight, 400 carats on that delicious strand. And I just love the I mean, mookaite, you can separate the colours if you want to keep the ochres and the reds and the terracottas and the mauves together, but they just work beautifully together. I had a lovely wall of fame yesterday with mookaite as well. And then taking up the mustard colours, the ochre colours, we've got this wonderful mustard yellow jasper. It just looks like a string of donuts, quite frankly. Look at that with caramel icing. I'm obsessed with puds today, aren't I? Mustard yellow jasper rondelles, 12 by 8 millimeters. So you've got 400 carats in your mookaite. They're 14 by 11. Another 410 carats of your mustard yellow jasper, and it ties in so beautifully with that mookaite, whether you want to use them together or not. Just really, really beautiful. And again, a lovely, interesting shape. You've got the faceted nuggets, you've got those lovely donut rondelles. And then, staying with that wonderful theme of these gorgeous colours that just made me think of autumn. Not that I want to wish away, your summer or anything like that. What little we've had of it, bless you. The smoky quartz frosted buttons. Look at these. So pretty, and because it's frosted, you've got a more sateen finish, a more matte finish. This is 120 carats. I mean, these three work so well together. I know we can separate our stash, and sometimes the bundles are all about really increasing your store. We're not necessarily saying you always got to use them together, but sometimes the bundles just lend themselves to a perfect kit, don't they? So this is your 3-strand pack of your mookaite, your jasper and your smoky quartz. It would look so beautiful with our bronze beauty kit coming up next, our second kit. As the name suggests, bronze beauties. It would look so nice with the green with envy kit later on as well, those delicious greens in the kit, but they work so well together. Now that is a big strand of mookaite, 400 carats of that natural gem, one place in the world, Western Australia, a real rare beauty in the gem kingdom. You've got the lovely backdrop, a really firm backdrop of your mustard donuts, and then that classic of the sateen finish of your smoky quartz. So a collective big carat weight approaching 1,000 carats, 930 carats to be exact, and a mere $17.95. It's have you seen mookaite recently, Dee? I mean, I haven't been with you for... It's really come back in the last 2.5 months ago, maybe. That's a long time ago to wait for a bit of mookaite, isn't it? And they were small rounds, she says. Yeah, you remember it because we don't see it very often, do you? That's my producer. I asked because obviously she's with you 7 days a fortnight. So you'll know yourself from watching the show. We just don't see it that often. This is a big, big carat weight, and anybody that's travelled over to Australia, you'll know the expense that mookaite can be if you're actually buying it from the home country. So it's funny that, isn't it? Sometimes when you're actually there, that was the same I experienced with opal, the jelly opal and that. Price points were just think it's better if we actually send our team of gem hunters across the world, get them to get it, bring it back to Jewellery Maker and do it that way. It's more cost effective, especially when we're bundling. Everybody loves a bundle, let's bundle! Yeah, let's bundle. $17.95. We need to bundle in on that free phone number right now. You've paid the one postage and packaging all day. We're experimenting with our wire. I bet Laura would like to get her hands on this fantastic mookaite with a bit of wire work there.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous? Do you?
Yeah, I really do. I love the colour range for it.
Isn't it fabulous? Yeah.
I do love all of the earthy colours. So it's perfect, and you can pick out the different shades to go with different things, or you can just have it all together and have a real.
Those shapes
natural.
would be great in your little, in your lovely mesh bangle, because it's such a fabulous shape, isn't it? It really stands out.
Yeah, I would just probably do them on a actual bracelet and just have it wrapped around or something like that, just because you want to keep the beauty of it.
Exactly. You don't want to over embellish.
No.
It's just so beautiful in itself, isn't it? And there's so many on the strand there as well. I'm just doing a quick 5, 10. 15, 20, 25. There's about 27 gemstones there, 400 carats. So they're going to go a long way. And I love the sateen finish on the smoky quartz. And my caramel donuts there, well, they're just delicious, full stop. I like that close-up there because you can almost, your little donut there, some of them have little patterns on them as well. They're not all just one uniformed colour. They've got an interesting matrix on those jaspers, which jaspers do anyway. But the uniformity of colour and the gold, it's called yellow, but it's a real French mustard colour, isn't it? So 3 great strands. I mean, personally, I think that price point is just fabulous if we were just talking about the mookaite itself. Because you've got such, the strand has been put together, so you get a real variation in the colours, from the golds to the reds to the mauves to the mustard. You've got your English mustard colours there and your French mustard, to pinks, we're back with the dusty pinks, we're back with our minky frosty pinks and our brinks as well. A little bit of a queue on the phone line, but rest assured you will be answered and you'll be successful because you're calling right now. And it's only about a 1.5-minute wait, 90-second wait. So please bear with us. And remember, when these brand new bundles occur, and it's been so long since we saw the mookaite, you just don't want to afford to miss out. And we've got good availability. So do give us a call on the repeats as well. Yeah, shall we do our brand new kit with this to look gorgeous with? I think it's Laura's favourite personally, but we'll ask her later. I know she enjoyed working with them all. It's called our Bronze Beauty, and what a beauty, eh? Oh, what a beauty. I think you're going to love this. Got a real mix of kits today. A real mix. They're all so different. They've all got their own addition to the party. Right, oh, this is just beautiful. This is good. You know what's so gorgeous about this? It's not just taking you into the autumn if you want to integrate that bundle, but it's gorgeous if you are going away, if you manage to have a little bit of a late getaway with our Indian summer, and if you're a little bit sun-kissed. I mean, Costa del Redditch, that's where what's his face, Chris was upstairs. I said, cool, you're tanned. That's where you been? He says, Costa del Redditch. Just those few days when the sun was really hot, if you had time to sit out in it.
I had one day when it was really hot and I did get sunburnt, and I was wearing a dress with a cross on the back. So. Not the brightest of ideas. Yeah, I had the X Factor.
No.
Yeah.
You needed a bit of Factor 30 there. Nobody there to rub it on you?
I know. Well, my daughter offers help, but I don't know what's worse. I think I'd rather go for the sunburn. Look at that. Handprints on your back otherwise, wouldn't you?
Oh, bless you. Okie dokes, let's bring you this fabulous Bronze Beauty. It's our second new kit today, and then we'll go and speak with Laura and talk about her fabulous designs. All righty, what are we getting? Let's start with the pyrite, because they're the closest to hand. And these are gorgeous puffy ovals. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, a sateen finish on these. Sometimes the pyrite is really polished and bronzy looking. This one's more of a muted pyrite. You've got the gold flecks within it, but it's more subtle. You see that? It's more of a sheen. It's more of a satin finish. It's more of an understated, like an aged mirror. Do you ever see that when a mirror starts to speckle slightly? That's what it reminds me of, like an antique mirror when the glass just starts to speckle slightly, or a frame that's been distressed. So you get that lovely antique finish. So you've got the sateen, lovely gold shimmer, but it's not brassy and it's not in your face. Lovely. 370 carats, 18 by 13 millimeter ovals. Then we've got the bright buzz, and this is what looks so good if you've got a bit of a colour, of our faceted golden bronze shell rounds. Maybe you've got that beautiful tan to match. Look at the way they catch that light. Copper shell, pearl faceted rounds, 12 millimeter. And you've got the beauty here of perfection, because we know with our natural pearls, they're not all spherically round and perfect. And they're not always grown to these large sizes. They become very expensive when they do. So if we use the organic shell material of the pearl and create these lovely, perfect round spheres, it also means we can give a playful aspect with a metallic coating. It also means we can be very playful and actually facet, which is not something you would do necessarily with your natural pearls. So we can get a bigger size, a more uniformity of the look. We can be playful with that wonderful colour, the copper, and we can facet, so we can create a lot of different exciting light lustre on our shell. 12 millimeter, gorgeous against the skin tone. And then this is why I said that 3-strand pack that you just got with the mookaite and the mustard would work so well, because you've got your lovely frosted smoky quartz rondelles, but they are the rondelles as opposed to those beautiful that we just saw, the rounds, you know, in that 3-strand pack. Doesn't it tie in beautifully if you want to really make that kit go that extra mile? I mean, that is just effortless, isn't it? That just goes so well if you're going to make your jewellery and really make that 1p&P count today, because that bundle was unmissable, as is this brand new kit, our second new kit today. So there is your lovely smoky quartz, and that is 195 carats, and they're 8x4mm. Now, because of the theme of today's guest, because of our lovely guest Laura, because she's the wirework specialist, we have got our actual beautiful copper wire here as well, copper coloured as well, proper copper coloured wire. And I think this is 0.25. Would you agree, Laura? Yeah, 0.25.
No, 0.4.
No, 0.4.
0.4.
There you go. That'll serve me right for trying to guess. 0.4. There's actually no sticker, so I was giving it a guess. 0.4mm of your copper-coloured. 10 metres, is it, darling? It's all right. There's nothing on my screen, so that's why I was struggling. That's all right, darling. Not that I can see, Jack. Am I just being a total mole? There's nothing there, is there? It's not just me being a mole. 10 metres of the 0.4 copper wire. Then you do get your beading thread, you do get your stretchy elastic, and you do get your monofilament. And you get your organza purple and a black bag, drawstring bag, plus all your silver. All your sterling 95 silver. Plus, don't forget, it's actually 46 pieces. We've got those 3 sterling silver bolt rings in the kit as well. That's the only thing missing from that picture. So I do want to reiterate that, because you've got the 5mm jump rings, the 8mm jump rings, 3 of the sterling silver split 6mm rings, but you do get, added to that image of the 43 pieces of silver there, you do get the 3 sterling silver bolt rings as well. So it's 46 pieces of sterling silver, shepherd hook earrings, 2 pairs, 10 crimp beads, 10 eye pins, and 10 head pins as well. So that's 95 sterling silver. We know we've done, and you've probably got lots left over in your stash of those 100 pieces of the sterling silver copper finding, silver plated copper. I'm sure you always have loads left over, don't you? So if you want to take your jewellery up a notch, maybe if you're making it for a lovely gift and you want that essence of pure 925 sterling silver, or you are, doing the high-end jewellery to sell, this is where this sterling silver can be really useful. Personally, I keep it for myself. That's what you do, isn't it? The silver plate's great sometimes when it's just a functional piece that perhaps you're not even. But it's great for all of it, isn't it? The toggles are so decorative, but sometimes you don't want to use your good silver, do you?
Yeah, I think it's good to be able to offer the option, so that, say I've made something but I've used silver plated, and someone says, well, I like that, but I'm allergic.
Yes, exactly.
As long as you clarify what metals you have used, if you have used plated, make sure you say that I've used plated, but then you reflect that in your price.
Exactly.
And if someone says, well, actually, I can't wear that, I need it to be sterling, so of course I can do it for you, and then I can
you can change the
findings for you. And say I can change it for you, and it'll be an additional cost of £5 or something like that, just to say I'll change the earring findings, because it's only the earring hooks really
that touch,
because it's what contacts with your skin.
Exactly.
So if you're using silver plated head pins, that's not going to be that big a deal, but as long as you've got the silver in your ears, and as long as you tell people, like I said, and someone might look at it and go, I really like that, but I'd like it in sterling silver, or gold, not a problem, I'll do it for you, but it will cost this much.
And
it's good to have
it. The difference.
It's almost like a prototype, like a model to have, to say, this is what I can make. If you want that, you can take that one away with you now, or I can do it for you in different colourways.
You've got loads of findings. I can do the gold plate. We had the lovely silver chain yesterday. We were doing in a charm bracelet bundle, and you'd want to use your silver findings then to, your split rings and your jump rings to add your charms, just because then you can say it's all silver, can't you? As well?
Definitely. There's, I mean, I don't tend to mix.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
Very often.
She doesn't mix, everybody.
I don't tend to mix. Not if I'm going to do a charm bracelet, it will all be sterling, or it'll all be silver plate, because to me, you're almost wasting your sterling silver by putting it with the silver plate.
You're messing there, aren't you? Yeah.
To me, do it either in all silver or all plated.
Or go with the silver.
Unless it's earrings,
plated,
like I said, that's not too bad or unless it's wire, obviously. I might do a wire pendant and then sterling silver chain findings. Yeah. But I would still state that is, because it has to be to keep the costs down because of the amount that you would use.
Like we've got those lovely silver cord ends. Yeah. And you might want to mix some of these silver findings then, because they're proper silver as well, like you said.
Yeah, you can mix it all and it keeps it all together. You put it on, you can put them on the end of leather and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're using coloured wire, I don't know, I don't think it irritates as much because it's coated. Yeah. So again, you can use your sterling silver with the coloured wire because it's a coated wire. Yeah, so exactly.
Yeah, good tips there, good tips. So good differentiation there. Let's bring in that price and then we will go and see Laura and expect, oh, look at that, Laura, 1995, 46 pieces of sterling silver. That we've just really described the virtues of there, and pure 925 sterling silver. And then your 3 strands, you've got your copper wire there as well, your 0.4, you've got your monofilament, your elastic, your beading thread anyway, and those 3 gorgeous strands. So I mean, this is a great kit if you want to get started, isn't it? Because you're not just making your gem set jewellery, you've got your wire there to have a little go at, haven't you? Yeah,
and it's a nice flexible wire, and I've
you've used it beautifully in your design. Yeah, I love that bracelet.
I've only incorporated a tiny bit of 0.8 for 1 or 2 little things, but other than that, the majority of what I've used is using that wire.
And the earrings, she says, were inspired by me.
Well,
I wasn't the inspiration, but she knew who she was going to be working with, so she made dangles.
Yeah. As soon as I made them, I was like, these are for you.
Oh, yes, I know who I'm with tomorrow. I know who will love these.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful. You're going to love them as well. 1995, and the reason I said, for newbies as well, that price point, it's not too much to risk, and it's never risk shopping with Jewellery Maker. That's a free phone number. We guarantee you 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're dissatisfied in any way with the quality of the gems, with the quality of the sterling silver, a lot of people get a kit. They also, I would say, the majority of starters, new jewellery makers, started with a kit, because you've got all the fundamentals in here to get started, to start making your jewellery, and then take it on a leap more advanced with the wire work that Laura's got for us as well. But it can be as simple as making a stretchy, experimenting with your wrapping. It can be just so simple and so satisfying and gratifying to think that I made that. And when we tried and tested whole kits, I would say the average minimum, if you're just going for volume, is 6 pieces of jewellery out of a kit. And when you break that down into price points, you're talking about £3.30 for a pair of earrings, £3.30 for a bracelet, £3.30 for a necklace. How much do you pay in your faux jewellery? And you've got a greater satisfaction of having made it yourself. And don't forget as well, because we really want to encourage new jewellery makers as well as our gorgeous regulars, which will be onto this anyway. They'll know the savings, they'll know that silver, that proper silver in there as well, that it's unbeatable. As well as demonstrations from our fantastic designers daily. We'll give you the free DVD, we'll give you the Get Started booklet, we'll give you the Hub magazine. You can visit us here and do workshops with us to enable you further. If you just want to start with, because some people start with a kit and then they just watch a few shows and then they feel a bit more confident and then they get involved, don't they? Because they like to soak it in and go at their own pace. That's what Jewellery Maker's about, isn't it? Go at your own pace.
Yeah, I mean, there's no rush to do anything.
There's no rush.
Just sit down, pick it up, have a play.
People do it watching the soaps, sit in the garden.
I sit and watch what I call my rubbish TV.
Yeah, just stuff that's a bit mindless, so you don't have to concentrate too hard.
Yeah, kids are gone to bed, husband's out.
I know what you mean.
An hour to myself.
You're doing something else, but you've got that on in the background, and exactly.
It's a bit of a nice background, and you can glance up every now and then. I like to put a real cheesy film on or something like that.
I'm with you there.
I've seen 100 times, and you can just have it in the background and just carry on doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
And it's really nice. It's a relaxing thing as well, and try out the different mediums. You might not like wire, or you might find, actually, I love doing all this stuff with the beading wire, or actually I do love wire, or the clay, and so many different mediums.
The resin we were talking about earlier,
the resin,
and the clay, and the
sculpey, everything, and it's so much, try it all out, have a play with it all. I do, I've done it all, I've got it all. And it's just trying to find what you're happy and comfortable with, I think.
Yeah, perhaps your strong point is, and maybe you're just good at it all. Shall we go and see the lovely Laura? Let's go and see the designs, because this is what you can make out of this fantastic kit. $19.95, the most affordable kit today.
Definitely.
Shall I bring you, are you okay for James?
I'm all set up.
She's all set up.
You're shocked because I'm tidy, aren't you?
She's taking me by surprise now because she's all organised.
I know.
Not at all, give over. All right, look at this. This is fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And I know you're going to give us several demonstrations. She's got it all set up for me here.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I mean, those earrings are obviously they're so long. They
Look
don't
at
actually
these.
hit
Look at
properly.
these. Let's start with those, eh?
Yeah.
We'll focus on those very temporarily because these are the ones that, you know, you knew I've got a penchant for a dangle. But what I love about... Actually, talking of dangles, what was I watching last night? This was dangle to end all dangles. I've never seen a dangle like it. There was a woman singing in a choir. I have no idea what I was watching. You know, when you just glance up. The dangle was from here to here.
Wow.
I know, the chain right down to the breastbone.
Wow.
That's how long, that's the longest dangle I've ever seen.
I've seen them down to about here before
Yeah.
with the feather.
Shoulder
they
droppers.
Like have the proper big long feather.
Yeah.
But I've not seen them that long.
I thought I've not seen a dangle like that.
No, that's
There's a
going
challenge.
some, yeah.
You'd be afraid of lassoing yourself or garroting yourself.
I think the
on
challenge
something.
is wearing it more than making it, isn't it?
Well, she was just standing still singing, so that was fine.
Yeah.
But you'd
But it
probably
takes one
end up...
quick wrong sway,
Exactly,
doesn't
get
it?
caught up
You
in the
get
electric
caught,
windows on the car.
It's not going to be pretty.
You could have had it. These are beautiful, look at those. So this is our, well, there's your pins, your head pins, am I right?
Yeah. I started off with the middle bit.
This bit here, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, I'll make something a bit different. So I went for a triangle. And then I wasn't quite sure where I was going. So I undid the triangle and put a bead on it. And then I still wasn't sure where I was going. So I added the beading thread and then I decided to tip it upside down and add some beads.
Fabulous.
But I quite like the way it looks and it's got sort of different shapes in it.
Yeah.
It's a bit
The
of a
loops that
mixture.
you showed us, this is like the technique earlier, isn't it?
Yes.
And then...
Yeah, actually,
just
it
that
was
lovely little-
unintentional, but yeah.
Yeah. Gorgeous they are, and so light. Beautiful proportions on those as well. They're fabulous because they're so exciting. They draw the eye down, and there's lots of exciting things going on in terms of the design. Beautiful. And again, this is fabulous. I like the way you use the pyrites.
It's a real heavy bracelet. If you pick that up and feel it, it's a real heavy bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
You would know you're
that's
wearing
lovely,
that.
Yeah. I like because you've used your pyrites on the
Yeah.
vertical there. I like that a lot.
Yeah, just thought I'd do something a bit, it's not different, it's a technique that, you know, we see quite often, but it's just using different beads,
it's
it just gives a
lush.
completely different look.
It's a lush cuff, that one. And then you've just created...
Yeah, just out of a head pin again.
Lovely. Beautiful. Gorgeous with the wire work. Look at this. They work so nice with that shell pearl and that copper-coloured wire, don't they?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Oh, that's a masterpiece.
I confess, I used 1 mil wire actually for the base of that. Again, this is why that bundle earlier is perfect because it's just
Oh,
got
I
everything
see.
in it. I did use 1 mil for the base.
So that was going through all the gems and then your hooks.
Yeah, and it went through all the gems as well.
Mm.
And then I could have just left it like that, but I thought, oh, what can I do to sort of make it look a bit
That
pretty?
is beautiful. That's so designer.
And I just swirled it, and it just brings it up a level. I feel it just makes
Definitely.
it suddenly all of it suddenly.
Really got a pow impact, yeah. Because they're beautiful on their own, but that
Yeah.
just really takes us into another
And it
realm.
doesn't hide the bead.
No, not at all.
Sometimes you can overpower the bead, and then you lose the beauty of the beads. But
I think it's the complementary colour there.
yeah, I love copper.
Yeah, I love it
copper
as well.
wire.
It's your complexion, it suits your hair.
Yeah.
Definitely. And of course, a lovely, I know you like this, a lovely little pyrite there,
that's cute.
like the balls earlier with the rutile quartz.
They're so cute.
Just gorgeous on the shepherd hooks. And then you've just twisted that pin, that head pin.
Yeah, just
A little bit of zhuzh.
a little bit of a.
Little bit of zhuzh.
Yeah, a little bit.
And you've actually done these
Yep.
out of the wire.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
in
the
the-
0.8,
yeah.
which wasn't included. I did add it, but a lot of people have it.
These are
Yes,
very in vogue right
People
now.
would be more shocked if I
Well, if
didn't
they
do it.
if they got the bundle earlier with
Yeah.
all the gauges, you're away.
Exactly.
You're away.
In
you
fact,
can,
I'm
you can
going to
do
use
that.
the silver wire from that bundle to show it.
Fantastic. And then we'll come back. We'll have a look at
Yeah.
those. Here. But this is a beautiful ring. Now, is this using the 0.4?
It's using 0.8 as a base.
0.8 as the base. This is the shank.
And then I sort of funked it up a little bit with the 0.4.
Lovely. We
And
can
just
see these
copied,
rings.
yeah, just kind of.
Great.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher than I normally do.
Cocktail ring.
Yeah, you know, I think sometimes you get sort of, you tend to go with what you like as well,
Yeah.
but sometimes I might look at something and say, oh, I'm not quite sure about that, but
Yeah.
someone else might go, wow, I love it, because that's the kind of thing that they would wear. And you can't always necessarily go for you.
Exactly. This is what you have to be careful of.
But I do like that, and I seem
lovely.
to have gotten a theme. I didn't intend it.
Yes, no, it goes so beautifully with the bracelet.
Yeah.
And then this fantastic necklace. Have a little look, because I know we're going to see the earrings and we're going to see
The necklace.
the necklace.
Well, the pendant.
The pendant
'Cause the
part of the
necklace is
necklace, I should
quite,
say, because we've got the gizmo work going on top. But all that
Yeah, that was just a
wonderful.
simple little coil, because I used so many beads in that bracelet.
Yeah.
I really did use a lot of beads in that, so that actually was more gem heavy than anything else. So I actually ran out of beads. And there's one tiny little one on a head pin on the back.
Lovely finish there.
Just to give it some.
So that is your gizmo with that 0.4 as well,
yeah, it's just a little
isn't
coil. It's just nothing complicated, but it just finishes it off. I think it makes it look, you know, to be honest with you, if I had gold findings at home, I probably would have added gold findings to it, just because of the colour,
the copper with the gold
tone of it all. But that's purely at the back. I would have added it. But that's just personal preference. It works brilliantly. But then you've got the sterling silver then, so you've got that as the selling point. So
whatever you've got to use.
Okay.
All right, my darling. So are we doing earrings first or the pendant first?
Earrings first.
Earrings first. We're going with the earrings
hammer
first.
With the earrings.
She loves this hammer.
I love the hammer. It's great. Okay, so these are really good reels of wire as well, because they come with these little plastic, which you take.
There's one just there, darling. What it does, it stops it unravelling, doesn't it? Locks it in place.
Yeah, and it locks it in place, and they're really good. Just don't snap it like I did.
So this gauge is the...
This is 0.8.
0.8.
And I'm just running my fingers across it because it just naturally straightens it. Just by doing that, it just naturally makes it fall nice and smooth. So I want 2 lengths the same. So I'm just going to cut. I'm going to go by eye really.
Yeah.
It's only going to be a couple of inches.
Probably about finger length really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Middle finger length.
Yeah,
a bit longer?
A bit longer.
A bit longer.
But basically, these can be however you want them to be. This is going to be the earring. This whole section here is the earring, everything, all in this one piece of wire. So just measure it by that, okay? So what I'm going to do is make sure they're both the same length, because then you have a matching pair of earrings. Ever so slightly. There we go. Now, if I was to put the beads on now, if I did that, it would fall straight off.
Yes.
Because
I'm intrigued by this.
It's just going to fall off.
This motion.
Yeah. So all
they are suspended there.
They
I
are
was thinking, how's she done that?
So what we do, okay, is popping the wire there. We don't want to go up the whole of the wire, because if you hammer all of the wire, you won't get the beads on.
Yes, right.
So all I want to do is hammer this bottom part of the wire, because this is what...
About an inch.
Well, yeah, it's not even that.
3/4.
Yeah. It's basically...
Don't get your finger.
Don't get your finger, it really hurts. I have done it several times. And to just sort of, if you hit and swipe out...
Yeah, it's flattening it, isn't it?
Well, it'll flatten it whether you just hit it anyway.
Yeah.
But by doing that, it kind of makes it come out a bit more like a paddle effect.
Oh yes, it's sort of widening the...
end of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's... If you turn it over, it looks a little bit neater on that one side. So then you pop 1 bead on, 2 beads on, 3 beads on.
It's so subtle, I hadn't noticed it when I looked at the earrings on the stand.
Yeah, and if you want to be clever, you can texture it as well, because if you turn it over...
We can give it a hammered effect, can't we? Ooh.
Just... It will distort the shape a little bit, but that's fine. Just because you're changing it. I mean, it gives it an organic look, you know, but you can't see it very well in this, but you could probably see it.
Yes, I can.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
And it catches the light really nicely.
Yeah, it's making the silver work, the silver look of the, you know, or the silver plate on the wire just, really catch the light.
You should just be able to catch the light.
Yes. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay.
Hammered effect.
Hammered effect. But again, you don't have to do that. And by doing that, it's actually made it look quite swirly.
Yeah,
so
it's lovely.
Everyone comes out a little bit different. But just to get the plain straight design like those, wherever they've gone, just hammer it normally.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, once you've done that one, we'll just do the same on this earring. And you can do this with sterling silver wire.
Yeah.
And then you've got sterling silver stones, and again you can straight away, that will increase your price. And you look how much wire you've used.
I know, fraction. So you're just hammering but you're sliding at the same time.
At the end, just to try and flatten it. It gives a kind of paddle effect.
Yeah, it widens it slightly, doesn't it?
Yeah, and try and make sure, so this is where the fun bit comes, because you want them to match. So if I look now, that's not hammered enough because...
Oh, one's shorter than the other.
One's shorter than the other.
You need more hammering.
So I need to hammer a bit more. And so, so that's fine. And now that looks more like it. And obviously that's not exactly the same because it's curved a bit. That's what you would do. So you would pop them both on. So we go like that, and then like that, and then they would both be about the same sort of length. That was a little bit more, but again, you play about with it until you've got matching. And then, using snipe pliers, hold them both together, because you need them both to be the same, and just bend. Okay, you can just, as long as you've got that bend in the same place.
Yes.
As long as you've got that initial bend, you can form it properly after, okay? So I've got my bend there, so I'm just going to bend it like that, and bend it like that. Okay, and then just use your fingers to sort of form its shape. At the moment it's going to be quite bendy. So what we'll do, so I'm just using my fingers to form it. So just, that will form the shape. I'm just using the heat of my hand. Okay, and then you've got that shape there. So it starts off like that, and then you form it to be more like that. So I'm just running my fingers over it to give it a bend, and then just bending it like that. And then just to help it retain its shape, you don't want to hammer it flat. Just give it a bit of a hammer, and then it will be a lot sturdier. And then that will sit in your ear nicely. And then, if you have a nail file, just at the very ends, just give it a little round off. This is all it takes. Just smoothing it all the way around. And then if you feel that, and then compared to that,
oh yeah, yeah.
that would go through your ear so much nicer.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just doesn't have that sharpness then.
Yeah.
And then that goes through the ear, and then you have how simple and quick pair of earrings.
Fabulous are they? Really,
they're really
funky.
quick and easy. I mean, obviously that one, they're not a matching pair because I did them a bit different, but, and again, you can just hammer
I like
links.
the wiggle.
Yeah, I quite like the wiggle actually. So yeah, that's how you do them. And it's so quick and easy.
Yeah, and they look so effective. So they look so costly as well because they're just so trendy and, you know.
So you can get the little clear rubber backs, you know?
Yes, I know the ones you mean. Sometimes when you buy your...
You buy earrings, you've got them on it.
They often have them on the packs, don't they? Stop falling out. Yeah.
Just pop one
I
of
always
them.
keep those just to slide them on the back of the...
Pop it on the bottom, just at the back.
Yeah.
And then just in case, because I can wear these fine.
Yeah.
My friend had a pair and lost them within a day. How they fell out of her ears, I will never know. But just a little clear plastic rubber back on the back and it will stop it.
Easily.
Okay, so that's that. Just pop that there. Okay, so the pendant. Put it here. Come down a little bit. Okay, I've got it in the right place.
So we've got 5, 8, 9 pyrites.
Yeah, we go 5, 3 and 1. Okay, so this is probably going to be a bit upside down to you, but I can't do it upside down because I don't think it won't work. Okay, so what I want is a long piece of the wire. Okay, I'm just going to cut a nice long length. Don't worry, we can add to it. Okay, because at the moment all I'm going to do is make the frame. Okay, so I've laid it out here and I'm going to go from the middle of the top row. And I'm just going to leave a little tail like this. Now this is very similar to the ladder weave, I think it is. And when you do it like this, the first part, making the frame looks a bit messy, but as soon as you start weaving like your swirls and everything, it secures it and gives it a shape.
Right, okay.
Okay, so I've got one bead there that I've just popped on a tail. So the wire's a bit springy, so just... Okay, so there's one with just...
Calm that beast.
I've just put my arm on it, it will stay still. So I'm just adding another bead now, and I just want to bring it, because this wire is so bendy and thin, it's good because you can manipulate it. So I'm just going to bend it so it sits next to it. Okay. And then I'm going to come back up through. This is another advantage of having such lovely thin wire. It goes through the beads quite a few
several times, yeah.
So I'm just going to come up through. I'm going to move my shape because I know how it's going to be. So I'm just bringing it like this. Again, like I said, don't worry if it's not going to look the neatest at this point. Okay, so now on the other side. Okay, and now I'm on the other side now. I'm going to repeat the same. So I'm going to pick up a bead, just going to pop it on, bring it along. Use your arm to keep the wire still. Just going to straighten it up like that. And what I'm going to do now is add the other bead on, the other side. So I'm going to add another bead.
I see what you meant by the ladder effect now.
Yeah, you're just going through it because you just want to connect them all. Because I laid them all out and I thought, oh, I want to do that, but how am I going to do it?
Get them in that line.
So I just had a play really, and because it is quite thin, you can just play about with it. So if you see there, what I've done is the same but the reverse.
Yeah.
Now this bit isn't joined. No. It will be. Don't panic.
Mr. Mallory.
So we're going to go back through. So we've joined that. And then we're going to go back through here. Because this wire can go through, like I said, several times.
Yeah, that's the beauty, isn't it, the 0.4?
Okay. We're just going to go back down through this one. Doesn't matter if you... So that at the moment now is one little line like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one more to add on. So I'm just going to go back down through this one. Make sure it will twist like this. Just twist it round.
It's like when you're sewing, isn't it?
Just twist it, because otherwise it will kink. And just pop your finger on it and it'll go through. It's fine. All right, just don't, otherwise if it kinks it gets messy. And especially with the really fine wire, if it kinks too much, it will snap. This one's not too bad, but if you're using the 0.2 or 0.25 and kink it too many times, you're quite likely to snap it, which is frustrating. I've done it. So I've just gone down and under, and I just brought the wire back up this one now. So you've got these four joined, and now I'm just going to join this one back down through here. Through. Okay, so then we have one layer. Beautiful. Okay, so now this wire is in a perfect position for the next one. Okay, so we're just going to pop that one on, and basically we're going to repeat this for the next two rows really.
Yeah.
So we're going to go like this now, and I'm going to pop the next one on. Bend it with your fingers. And what you can do also is this little tail wire that you've got here, pop that through this middle bead, because you're going to have a little row down the middle. You see there? And that gives you again a bit of something secure. Don't worry if they're not dead straight. It'll all fiddle out in a minute, so you've got that now. Okay, and then we add this one on. So what I'm doing is bringing it along a little bit and then bending it, so it gives it that little, and what you can do if you want is just pop it through, so like before you pop the bead on, pop it through this link up here, if you want.
So you're hooking it into the top layer, aren't you?
Hooking it in, so it crosses over into the top layer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that just gives it a bit more security, a bit of stability.
Because like you said, once you start doing your swirls, you don't sort of see all that connection, do you?
Yeah, it's all covered, and the swirls will secure it as well. So there now, see I've just popped that bead on.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pop it.
Connect it to the next one.
Pop it back up through the middle. It might be a little bit fiddly because you've got wires coming out now, but it will come out. Just got to find out where it came out. So I've turned it over, I can see where it came out. Use your pliers and pull. There we go, that's the back. Okay, so now we've got that. Okay, and then just one more, and that's easy enough to pop on. There we go. And then to keep that on, I simply came up with the wire, and I love doing swirls with my fingers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got that impression. I just put my hand there, my finger there. I'm just going to pull the wire around.
And it's so malleable,
swirl.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Back round again, and then I'm going to find a nice little link. So just here, I'm going to go with, if you can see. It's just going to go there, and I'm just going to wrap it a little bit. Use the pliers so I can turn it around to face you now. It doesn't matter if it's not the neatest again, because we're going to go over it in a minute. But that is your basic.
Beautiful.
That's the basic frame.
Yeah.
I thought about the design after, and what I could have done was actually use the end beads here and actually threaded the beading wire through each end bead to come straight up out of that.
Yeah.
But what I did was I did a bail. And that's why I ended up threading the smoky quartz through the bail.
Right.
Okay,
the
so
section at the top.
Just did that. If I turn this over, I've got the wire through the back now. Yeah. So you could have that on a piece of cord. Because initially I made the pendant but wasn't sure what I was going to do with it.
With it, yes.
So that's why it had a bail.
The wire just allows you to wrap in and out with whatever material. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm turning this over just because that wire came out at the back.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop it back up. Hopefully it'll go back through the top bead, which has had 4 wires through it now. Which is. So that's an advantage of having the thinner wire. Again, don't worry about it too much what it looks like on the back, because it will all be covered. Little pull, there we go. Now that's come up at the top, perfect for being a bail. To make the bail, use the round nose pliers, pop them in, and I just simply wrap one, I think I would probably go 2, because this is thinner wire. I'm just wrapping it around the actual pliers.
Yeah.
3. And then I'm still holding it with my pliers, and I just bring it around. I'm just going to wrap it around the base.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll keep it nice and secure. And then when you take it off, you've got a nice little bail. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
So that's the bail of the pendant, okay? So then, just this next bit's just really just the fun part, really. You can either cut that off, and I'm going to cut off 2. I like to do things in 2s. And don't ask me why. I just like it. I think it looks better. So I'm going to cut off 2 lengths. I want them both to be the same. Now this wire is going to be springy because it's the thinner wire.
Yeah. That's so nice about the kit. We've got the choice there to have a play with our wire, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just holding it in my hands. I'm just going to get 2 matching lengths. Okay. And then, again, just going around here.
Securing it onto the bail.
Securing it onto the bail. This is just completely freeform now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got both of my wires together, and what I like to do is keep my wires to sit next to each other.
Yeah.
I don't like them to cross.
Right, okay.
Okay, so I'm holding it with my fingers, I'm just pulling, and just basically what you're going to do is just go around every single stone, creating freeform swirls. So there I'm just going to do 2, but to create the structure of it, you can, you don't necessarily have to go under.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? So there, I've just gone around the back, I've not gone through the wire, I've just gone around the back, and then I'm going to come up through the top, and I've just come over at this one. So then I'll just do some swirls on this one.
The 2x2 makes more of an impact, because that's what you've done on your bracelet to great effect.
Yeah, if you just use one, it doesn't have quite the right look, I find if you just, because it's thinner wire.
Sparing. Just a bit sparing, isn't it?
Gives it a bit more sort of,
got more shine by having the 2 together.
Yeah, and so I've just done 2 twirls there, and then I've just brought it around, and I'm going to just bring it around and bring it down to this one.
So you're literally covering every gemstone with
and
a
there
little
is
bit of a
no
swirl.
pattern, there's no wrong or right. Again, keep them together, just keep your thumb on them. And I know it's a bit, you've got lots of wire there, but if you just keep them out of the way and just keep your hands like this, and just keep working it, you know, you can just go, sorry, that's because that's that one that I joined on. And you can bring it up and through. So if I just bring it up and through a gap, if I want to bring it to the front, I'm just going to bring it up and through a gap. And then I can just start on this piece here, You don't have to do swirls, you can just do a couple of lines across. You can do whatever you want. And by doing this, you can even just wrap around like that, see?
Yeah,
because by doing this, you're just securing and you're building it up as well. And you just keep working on it. And that's basically, if you look there, see? You just keep working on it, round and round and round. And you will eventually, when you're happy with it, you'll come at that point where you feel you're happy, and then you just wrap it off around here or just snip it off nice and tight, and then you'll have the actual solid pendant.
Beautiful.
Okay, so you can see how it's building.
Yes.
I mean, to keep building and building, you want to take your time, you want to look at where you're going, but you don't have to be really precise, just go with where you feel the wires naturally going, and you look at it, that's right, brilliant. Okay, undo it.
Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Gorgeous, gorgeous design. Fabulous kit. 1995, so make sure you take advantage. Have a go at the wire work. There's no right or wrong. Very organic. I think it's time to have a little look this week at your Wall of Fames. Take it away, Laura.
Okay, this is number 376, and this is a lovely chunky look. Hi guys, here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's made from rose quartz, spaced with tiny hematite rondelles, along with amethyst pendant and nuggets, all from JM of course. I hope you like it as much as I do. I absolutely love it, but if I had to cost it based on the time it took to make, Richard Branson would be hard pressed to be able to afford it. Due to the amount of time it took to get the clusters of amethyst looking right, I lost count of the amount of times I took them apart and started again. But I've only been making jewellery since February, so hopefully practice makes perfect. Thanks, Angie. It's beautiful, and
absolutely.
Now that you've sussed it, you'll find you'll be able to pick up and do it again, and you'll do it 10 times quicker because you've got it now. Sometimes doing the first time it does take a while.
That's the beauty of it, to go wrong, just take it apart again.
But now you know.
Yeah.
It's flying through. It's beautiful.
It should be a manufacturing machine. Yeah. This is number 377, and again, just some very lovely studs with the wire wrap, using the chain, very classic. I love this. This is Sue Brown from Stoke-on-Trent, carnelian nuggets and gold chain from the Jewellery Maker kits and boxes I've bought. She says, I got the inspiration from Bee when she showed the stud earrings she made. As you say, just look at the gems, let them talk to you as what to do with them. Hope you like the simplicity of the design. Love the show. Keep up the good work. That's Sue Brown from Stoke-on-Trent. We do. We love this. Simple's good. Simple's beautiful.
See, that's the
lovely use of the wire there. Look at those simple earrings you've just made, and a tiny bit of wire. Just fabulous.
Sometimes you don't need to go over the top. You don't. Create beautiful things. Okay, this is number 375. This is very pretty. Hi all at JM, I love the shows. My entry for this week's Wall of Fame is a set of pearls I made for my son's wedding next month in Las Vegas. Ooh, I've been there. I used 2 shades of turquoise potato pearls from JM with some crystals from my stash. Sterling silver findings, also from JM of course. Addicted to the shows for nearly a year now, and I can't stop buying. Pat. And that's beautiful, you're going to look stunning.
Fabulous. I love the colours on that one, Pat.
Definitely.
Now this is Maggie from Whitehaven. Boy, has she been industrious.
Wow.
Well, stop it, Maggie. She's on a roll.
Busy.
I know. Maggie from Whitehaven. She says, what fun the Elvis show was, and a great memoriam for him. Oh, thank you, Maggie. She says, I wanted to enter the competitions, but I've never texted at all. I'm sorry that it was very text heavy, but it was just the speed of being able to enter there and then. That's why we. But, sorry if you hadn't been able to text before. We need to get you doing that, Maggie, so you can enter again. She says, my brother and I used to belong to the Elvis clubs years ago, still have his records. She says, I went to an all-girls school, so when we did any shows, plays, etc., men played the girls. She says, what's mine? Return to sender, wearing my brother's clothes. She says, anyway, my entry for the Wall of Fame was made ages ago now using your coral and red fire agate, but I love the red, so I thought it might bring me luck. Thank you for the wonderful shows and best wishes to all the team. Maggie of Whitehaven, 378. Glad you enjoyed the show, Maggie. Hope you're enjoying it today, and good luck for Wednesday's Wall of Fame with your entry. All right, now we've had oodles of texts. People do want to talk to you, Laura, but we're saving them up. We're going to literally bombard you, my darling. You don't know what's going to hit you. We're going to have a little Q&A session. It's a good way to do it because then everybody can garner your knowledge to the other questions asked as well. So if that's all right with you, we're not ignoring your texts. Keep them coming, and we're gonna just have a little Q&A session with Laura as well a little bit later in the show. We've got our third new kit to bring you. We've still got to bring you the butterfly, but let's show you how to enter the Wall of Fame, and we'll be right back after this.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the Sign Up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the homepage, where you'll be able to see all the products that have been in today's show. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
We all know that you need the right tools for the job. So here at Jewellery Maker, we have developed our very own tool set just for you. In this larger set, we have provided more tools to help you develop your jewellery making skills even further. The kit includes wire cutters, a bead reamer with replacement tips, an awl, tweezers with a scoop, a sliding gauge, a snip, and all the essential pliers you will need. All of this is yours for just $15.95, neatly presented in a carrying case with an embossed Jewellery Maker logo. Stay tuned for more advice, tutorials and demonstrations of jewellery making. We provide the tools, you provide the skill.
Yeah, the Jewellery Maker course information there, how to get involved behind the scenes and learn a bit more. Just ring up the course centre, and polymer clay is next Monday, the 20th, is it? But we've got, we've got the different ones happening all the time. We're hoping, Laura's intermediate wirework course will come off soon as well. So, every time I come into the building, there's a new one being organically made and happening, and there's a plethora of ladies and gentlemen upstairs making beautiful jewellery. So let me bring you my floral inspired bundle now, because it is a beaut. We're really going to inject some colour into this section of the show. And then we've got a very special announcement at 12 for a manager special. And we've still got our third new kit to bring you. Gorgini. Look at these. Oh, they're so pretty. These are our printed organza bags. I know it seems odd to start with the bags, but I know when we give our gifts and you give earrings and pendants, these have all got the different patterns on the swirl. Lovely powder egg blue. You've got the birds and the roses, the doves. They're gorgeous. The little gifts ideas. I know Linda's already started about it. She was telling me yesterday, I'm looking out for this, Fiona. So when you see them come in, I'm thinking about my Christmas gifts. I said it. I know, I'm sorry, but she's already thinking she's got to get ahead. You've got the stars and the moon. The hearts, lovely for the wedding little tokens. Butterflies. Like I said, the roses, just gorgeous. So you get 10 of those. All the different gorgeous colours there. You also get our 3 strands. This is Jack's favourite strand. So this strand is awesome. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. I think it's the colour pop. Is that what you like about it so much, Jack? Is it the colour? The colour pop of the strand? Yeah, loves all those colours. Real candy colours, bright primary colours. Purple, magenta, pink, gold, green. Gorgeous colours there. And the lovely banding on them as well. These are 6mm faceted rounds, and it's like my beautiful agate, isn't it? My banded agate and bright colour pop agate. Then I've also got the dark green banded agate as well. So again, I'm thinking the green with envy kit coming up. This would look gorgeous because you can see that bracelet on my wrist. We've got that lovely mint coloured fluorite in that kit as well. So this is your 2nd strand. And then our 3rd strand are those pastel quartzes. Look at those. So, so pretty. Lavender amethyst, your prasiolite, your golden citrine. You've got all the colours of those pastel shades, real pastel 50s colours there. All those beautiful tones. Let me just hold that one out because there's great clarity on this strand as well. I must give this back to look later. Look at those, so pretty, so clear, like fresh bubbles. They look like candy coloured bubbles that we've just set off in the air. Aren't they gorgeous? The rose coloured quartz, the lavender, the multicoloured quartz there, and all those pretty, pretty colours. Clear bubbles. I mean, I'm using the word glass just because they're so clear, but it's not glass. They're real gemstones. So 3 very different strands. Pretty semi-translucency there in our 10mm multi-gem rounds. 260 carats. So you've got all the quartz families there, the prasiolites, the lemon citrine, the purple amethyst. You've got the pop 90 carats of your multicoloured agate, a good 90 carat 6mm rounds, and then you've got 280 carats of those lovely banded agate plain 10mm rounds as well. 10 of the embroidered organza bags that I've just shown you that are 5x7mm. Then we've also got 20 of the beads and the bead caps. Look at these. Now, these are my flower beads, 12 of these I should say rather. Start with the big ones. And these are silver plated copper flower beads, and you can see how 3D they are. So this is sterling silver with a copper underneath. So this is your silver plated, and you get 12 of those. They're 8mm in depth from top to bottom. They are 16/17mm across, and so striking in your jewellery. And like I said, you get a good 12 of those. But you're also getting another 20 of the 12mm silver flower caps as well. So we're keeping it very floral inspired, very embroidered inspired as well. So those pretty, they are like the flowers in the garden, aren't they? These are your bead caps. Let's grab a few of these so you can see. Now these, just to differentiate, are sterling silver. We've had a real mix on the show today, so you can really keep it silver with the silver. You can really keep it silver plated with a silver plated. It's up to you, but there's such a lovely feature in your jewellery, aren't they? They really stand out. And they are 10mm across, so they're going to sit perfectly, whether you want to use them as spacers end to end, whether you want to cap your bead to give it a lovely finish. So you just place that silver cap. It really gives your jewellery a lovely finish, a lovely edge. Yeah, it's like it's got a little hat on, hasn't it? So when you're placing it through, it's actually got the hole in the middle. So when you're placing your head pin through the actual gemstone, that's what will go through it as well. And I've seen people top and tail them as well, use them as, you know, doubling them up back to back. Oh, he won't sit there, he's misbehaving there. So that looks really pretty as well. So double them up back to back. It just gives a lovely sort of star effect. So really effective. And you get 20 of those, and they're sterling silver. The gemstone that sits within it, beside it, doesn't have to be the same size, but you've got that choice in the actual strands. You can flatten them out, of course. Yeah, you can flatten them out. They are slightly curved because they're called a bead cap, but they can sit on the 6mm, the 10mm. You've got the two choices of the 10mm there with a multi-gem strand, as well as the green banded agate strand. But they're beautiful as individual spaces. They're lovely on their own on silver. So 3 gorgeous strands. This is all called our Flora bundle. Our Flora bundle. And I love the floral inspired caps. I love the floral inspired beads. Just really, really pretty. So lots in this little bundle together. Sterling 925 sterling silver, silver plated copper as well, don't forget. And those 3 gorgeous strands there. Beautiful, beautiful strands. Beautiful. So really got really bold colours, really pastel pretty shades, and then the banding, the distinctive dark green. So that's your dark green of your garden, but then you've got these pansy-like poppy colours, the petal rose delicate pinks of those gorgeous quartzes as well. So getting a real floral inspired bundle. All right, let's release the bundle price. I've got another bundle coming up that'll look gorgeous with it. Yeah, $24.95, 12 sterling silver plated copper flowers, 20 sterling silver flower bead caps, don't forget, 10 embroidered organza bags, and brand new to the vault, those 3 gemstone strands, the green agate banded plain rounds, the multi-gem faceted primary colour agates, and then the lovely multicoloured, I should say plain rounds as well of the quartzes. You've got the lemon, the amethyst, the rose quartz there, in all those pretty pastel shades. Lovely, lovely floral inspired bundle, and all for an amazing $24.95, but only an offer that's available while there is stock availability, while you're ringing the free phone number. Remember, you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. What we like to do with that guarantee is make you feel assured of your purchase, make you have that contact with the gems firsthand, make you feel the silver, be able to enable you to look at the quality and think, oh, how can I be inspired? To look at the quality of the gems, to learn about our courses that we bring you, to be inspired by our designers, garden and what's blooming right now, because this is the inspiration behind the floral bundle. $24.95. Bargain when you think about the silver findings in there and the big silver copper beads as well, flower beads, silver plated copper flower beads. They're so distinctive. You only need to use a few in your jewellery, and they're so eye-catching. Great bargain, that one, great bargain. And the mix there with the sterling silver, and you know, we've heard how Laura likes using those different entities separately. Great with the Green with Envy kit later on as well. And I've got the most beautiful 3 strands of hot pink and white coming up as well that would tie in gorgeously with this agate. Now we've got lots of courses coming up as well, don't forget. So if you're feeling inspired with our floral bundle, which I hope you are, loads of courses, and all you've got to do is ring the course centre. Look at these dates that are coming up as well. What's that little minx Tina Booth doing? Oh, see how she's got in on the act there, I see, eh? Doing the men's jewellery, I'm liking that. That's a great idea. Inspired. Then we've got selling all at craft fairs. Do you know, with Angela, there's some fantastic tips you can pick up, because if I'm not already working, half the time when these courses exist, I'm already on the air. That's the trouble. I pop in to say hello and I'm like, I'd love to stay, but I've got to go and sell me wares, haven't I? Love to sit down and do the courses, quite frankly. Loads there. Tina and Angela and polymer clay and the resin with Claire and the wire work. But you pick up lots of tips about selling at craft, things that you probably wouldn't think about, but experience tells all. And there's something for everybody's price point. You get to take away loads of jewellery, you get to experiment with the mediums themselves. We'll provide all the materials. All we ask is that you come and have a splendid day with us. And you know, I think they're just beading for beginners. You know, you've just got, I think they make great gift ideas. They're a red letter day, aren't they, with Jewellery Maker. lovely anniversary, lovely wedding present, lovely birthday present, lovely if you're already a jewellery maker. Come along with a friend, have a day out together. It's a lovely red letter day and something a bit different. And at the end of it, you'll have all those gorgeous goodies to take away with you. You can see around the studios. We're a bit haphazard at the moment. We're in transition at the moment, but you can see behind the scenes. If I'm wandering about, you can always say hello to myself or Lucy or Carol or the presenters, and we never know who's going to turn up. Alrighty, do you know what I've got coming up after our manager special? Because Ed, I know this is something we introduced last night, but you might have missed it, and I know Ed wants to take you through it so that you've got a great understanding of the offer available. But I've got these 3 gorgeous strands, so when Ed's done our manager special, I will bring you these fantastic Bubblicious. Look at these. These are gorgeous. I know they're going to go like hotcakes, because I know there's a lot of the ladies out there love the pinks. Look at these, I know. That will be on the back of my manager special. Gorgeous, isn't it? So please don't miss out on both the offer that Ed's gonna bring you in a moment and the fantastic hot pink and white quartz 3-strand bundle. Are you all right, my darling? She's all right, she's just sort of...
Have a look at them.
This ring that you keep seeing me show you as well, and this bracelet is from our 3rd new kit called Green with Envy. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to show you how to create that lovely ring, and we'll talk you through that bracelet. It's our 3rd new kit today, and I think a lot of what we've seen in the floral bundle will look fantastic because you've got the really high-end mint strand of the fluorite. We're struggling to get that right now from China. They've just gone bonkers for it. It's such a high-end strand, and it would tie in so beautifully, you see, with the banded green agate. That fantastic clarity on this quartz is just sensational. To get your lavender, to get your lemon, to get your rose quartz in one strand, you praise your light. To have the pop of those primary colours in your banded agate, to have the rich backdrop, you know, those 10mm banded agate rounds. Personally, just that price for those 3 strands is amazing. Brand new in, but then you've got your flower beads, your organza bags, embroidered organza bags, and your sterling silver flower caps, as it were. Sterling silver, 20 of those, and then those lovely decorative 12 of those copper beads there, silver plated copper beads, all for an amazing delicious price of $24.95. What? I know! It's all got it going on here today. All got it going on. So dial the number. The code is XHGC75. Must remember to read out the codes. And we'll be right back after this with our manager special. He's here waiting in the wings. He's got an awful big bundle to show you. And I'll be right back with pink to make the boys wink. So don't go anywhere. Manager special right up next.
Hello. Hi, I'm Ed. I'm the sales manager on the channel, and last night I brought you a lovely offer. Not a very attractive offer, but a very, very getting cheek. I'm already getting cheek. They said it looks ugly. It does look ugly on set, but I've ruined the set with a big cardboard box. But it's so that I can offer all the jewellery makers a wonderful business opportunity. If you currently sell your goods, you need to package them. Or even if you give them as gifts, you want to give them some lovely packaging. Now, a while ago, we sold boxes of necklace boxes. And we did five in the box for £4.95. And if I show you, they're very good quality. There you go, you can see they're sturdy. And they've got a lovely sort of felt finish. You can secure your necklaces in with the little holders. There we go. Fee's giving me a lovely necklace to put in. There we go. And now I won't be able to put it in there properly. But in fact, I did this sale on the Late Show last night, but I thought better give all the free view buyers and all the buyers later in the day the opportunity. So, we normally sell 5 5 for £4.95, which is in itself a great deal, given that Laura Binding was telling me that with this kind of packaging you probably add maybe £1, maybe £2 because of the quality of it to... Say that again, sorry?
For that type of box, I'd probably add £2 or £3.
£2 or £3 to each order that you get at your craft fairs. There you go, that is great. It's around about £1 a box, but not today. Today, you can buy this box of 40 of these. It contains 8 of these boxes for £24.95. So, was £4.95 for 5? Now, you're going to get 40 of these for £24.95. However, there is a slight catch. The reason we're offering this at a below cost price to us is that these are all kept in one of our other warehouses. I'm sure you're all aware that we've had a few shipping issues with our warehouses over the last few months. We are gearing up to move to our mega warehouse. It's about 3 or 4, maybe even 5 times the size of our current warehouse. It's absolutely huge. So we need to clear these out of one of our extra warehouses we've got at the moment. We've got plenty to go around, but as a result, you will have to pay a separate P&P for this order to any subsequent orders or previous orders that you've made today. So, and also it will have to be a premium delivery because I can't really ask the postman to carry this to your front door. Particularly, I know how many of you are going to be getting on the lines for them. So, you get 40 for £24.95 plus £4.95 postage and packaging, and you won't be able to add anything to that order. The code's not going to come on screen now because it has to be a phone order. You can't order via the web. So, get on the free phone number 0800 644 655, call the call centre. They've already got the product code. They're waiting to open and close the order for you. 40 of these Nexus boxes for £24.95 plus £4.95. I can see that the phone lines have gone absolutely crazy. Bananas on our free phone number 0800 644 655 with people who want to grab 40 necklace boxes for £24.95 plus £4.95 postage and packaging. As I say, it will have to be a separate order. Won't be able to add anything to that order because it's going to be shipped from a different warehouse, but regardless of that, this is an amazing deal. We can't even buy them at this price. We're just doing it to clear out the warehouse at less than £1 each. Can't say fairer for a load of necklaces boxes. And I know you out there are selling your goods, and with that in mind, maybe some of you would like to attend our business course, and I believe the director's going to give you some details on that now. So get on the lines and order your boxes. Thanks.
Do you make jewellery as a hobby? Would you like to learn key skills to help you successfully market and sell your handmade jewellery? We are working with Angela Edwards, who is an experienced jewellery maker as well as a small business trainer, to bring you the perfect course to help develop basic business skills. The full course includes how to create a business plan to successfully sell your products, how to access current and potential customers, how to identify and profile your target market, how to generate leads to secure current and future sales, how to use online social networking to your advantage, and key knowledge on legal requirements and insurances. For information about dates and to reserve your place, please contact 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
What a massive saving. I mean, girls, you and I will both know, and the gents, of course, how much we paid when you're looking for a lovely box just for, I mean, how much do you pay for just those paper bags? You know, when sometimes you're just sort of trying to put your nice gift in, or the boxes, yeah.
I
£3,
paid
£4
yeah, I
per
paid
box.
for a little tiny ring box.
Yeah.
About 90p.
Yeah.
And that's just for a little, and it's just
£1
cardboard.
just for a tiny little.
And it's just a little cardboard
yeah.
one, yeah, and it's nothing.
And you're getting
compared.
40 for £24.95.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. I mean, we used to, because it used to cost, we used to have our boxes as well with our gems jewellery as well, but it just was so expensive as well.
Yeah.
So that's a great offer.
And also, because it is so low, I said this last night, that if someone's come and bought quite a few bits from you, if you're on a fair,
yeah,
you could give him a box will say that, I tell you what, I'll give you this box for free if it's a special something for someone. You look like you've done really something really generous there.
Yeah.
But because it's so low in cost, it's not going to hit you.
No, it's the finishing touch,
it makes you look good as a person.
Yeah, exactly. If you're giving someone a lovely gift like that, to open it out of the box, it just gives that sense of occasion, doesn't it? Dialing until you hear the ringtone, because if you get an engaged tone, there's a billion people on the phone line. There's 50 people, and the engaged tone I know is happening, and the engaged tone's a bit quiet, is it? That's no good for someone Mutt and Jeff like me, is it? Right, so listen carefully. If you're getting an engaged tone, it's a bit muted, it's a bit quiet, but just bear with us. Just dial back, keep dialing back. I do appreciate your patience on this one. There's a lot of you want to take advantage of that. I don't blame you. It's working out at 75 pence a box, and for a big box as well, and that's including that DPD delivery, $4.95. That's including the postage packaging price, so you can work it out. 40 boxes. That's very cost effective. I know a lot of people not only just sell the jewellery, but want to give that jewellery as gifts, and it is all about that presentation, isn't it? It just makes your piece look even more luxurious and more expensive. And as Laura said, she definitely add on a couple of quid for the actual purchase. You can give someone the option as well if you're selling, can't you? Say, would you like it boxed?
I would keep them to the side.
Yeah,
and I would
an extra quid or whatever. Invariably, most people say yes most of the time, won't they?
I would have it as an extra. Or incorporate it into your cost.
Exactly.
So you could add an extra
have it as the sell.
head.
It comes boxed.
It comes boxed.
Yeah.
But you've incorporated it into your cost.
Finish
and again,
it off.
it's making you look good because it becomes
Finish it off with a lovely bit of that organza ribbon.
Yeah.
Tie it all up. Exactly. So stay on that line, but don't forget, listen out for the engaged tone. If it is saying engaged, then please just give us a call back. You got the code from Ed then. Lots to fit into the show. That offer's available, until stock goes. So this is not one, yes, it's on a first come first served basis, but we've got a lot of stock there, so we want you to take advantage of that opportunity. So if you're watching the repeat, give us a call, and good luck on the stock levels on that one. But I'm pretty sure, if you ring back in about 5-10 minutes time, you'll be okay to go. Alrighty, I promised you beautiful pink gems, and that's exactly what I've got for you. So if you're coming through on the website, don't forget for these, it's a separate order. It still is existing with your 1P&P all day, don't forget. That was a separate order because of the DPD delivery, as Ed explained. Understandably so. That's a big box, come on. Alrighty, here we go. I just know this is going to be so popular. If I'd have timed it better, I'd have done this a little bit later, given how full the phone lines are. But if you are waiting, as long as you got the code, you can start getting these added to your order that you've perhaps already started with me today, or indeed start the separate order from your DPD delivery. They'll certainly be able to do that for you, the customer service centre. So you can still take advantage of that 1P&P all day with tonight's show as well. Hot pink banded agate, hot, searing magenta pink agate, just beautiful. 10mm rounds, beautiful banding. We've got the quality frosted crackle quartz puffy coins. They're stunning in that button shape. 190 carats and 260 carats of the pink. Searing pink. That is real Barbie pink, isn't it? 4x2mm rondelles, 40 carats. I just love these colours. They're gorgeous. I'm not even really much of a pinky girl, but they're just so good looking and searingly hot and fun. And are you a pinky girl? But you can't help but not love these.
Love those.
Yes, I know, they're fun, aren't they? Yeah. I'm a blue girl.
I'm a blue-green girl.
You're blue girl. Blue-green girl.
Blue-green and earthy muddies.
Earthy muddies, yeah.
I like teals and that kind of colour group, but I do love those.
They're just fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
Can't help but not love them, can you?
And even if you're not a pink person, I think you could carry them off.
Oh, totally. And you said a very good point earlier, Laura. You said, sometimes it's not about making necessarily always what you like, is it? Especially if it's a gift. Yeah. I'm sure we all know little girls and big girls that love. The amount of girls I could just name right now that just love hot pink. My cousin Tara, Hermione, Kira, they're all just mad for pink. The bedrooms are pink, they're like princesses. Yeah, just gorgeous. And they're just the little girls. What about the big girls that love the hot pink? These are beautiful. They're going to be very, very popular. Please don't miss out. It's a long time since we saw these really I mean, you know, you could, you know, if you don't want to go all out pink, it's as Laura just said, mix it in with those earthy tones, you know, those lovely mustard colours. You know, you just need that little bright pop. I just think it's delicious if you've got a black gemstone to pop in with it as well. Just absolutely deliciously gorgeous. That little bit of black, it always reminds me of a well-known sweetie. Just gorgeous. What do you think, Tom? I can see you straining to have a look there. You can't help but love them. They're fun, aren't they? He does. Look, he's just stretching his neck there to have a look. And then we've got this great, look at this, we've got this fabulous new kit coming up, Green with Envy. And you know, this is why I said the floral inspired. Look at that for quality fluorite. Oh, you see, you've just drawn it down a little bit, added, I mean, it just gets better and better. Doesn't that look fantastic? I wouldn't have necessarily thought all green, but God, it works. Doesn't that's fantastic fluorite from our third new kit. Could say we saved the best for last. Coming up in a moment. But please don't miss out. We're going to give you a fantastic bundle offer. And I just know, not just for the little girls, because we had a 2.5-year-old yesterday that makes jewellery. That was on one of our Wall of Fames. 2.5 years of age. Somebody down there loves pink on that Wall of Fame. I can see a bright pink necklace I've got to read out later. Beautiful. Can't help but love it. Really bright bubblegum, neon, you know, as pure bright as a colour can be in a gemstone. That's what you've got. I've never seen pink quartz like that. Just incredible. And then the frosty snowman ice-like beautiful coins there. Getting a big queue still from the DPD delivery offer, but this can be added to your 1P&P for $2.95 or start a separate order, because don't forget that was a separate offer, a separate entity. We are experiencing a high volume of calls right now. If you listen carefully and you're hearing the engaged tone ring back, but proceed to check out on the web. There's no queues on the website on jewellerymaker.com. I haven't said that for ages, have I? Don't usually make that bloop. But jewellerymaker.com. Hello, darling. The lovely Sheridan's there waving at me there. 3-strand pack, 3 gorgeous, gorgeous strands there. We're going to hit you with the fantastic price right now. It's going to be absolutely unbelievable. Just make sure you've got FXGC05 written down, okay? Just make sure you've got that code written down. Just sensational. Because we've got it brand new and they're going to go like hot rocks. Here we go. I know, an amazing $14.95. We look fabulous with this third. I love it with this third kit. I'm a bit obsessed with this third kit. I think it's the green. Huh? You like the third kit? I do, yeah.
I don't know how I thought that.
I don't know what gave you that idea.
No, I have no idea.
I mean, I've liked them all. They've all been very different.
Hidden it very well.
Do you think I'm disguising the fact that I really like it?
Yeah, very well.
And I love, there's nothing to disguise here, say it like it is. Love, love, love this offer. Oh, they just work perfectly. What fun you're going to have. How much of injection of beautiful colour is it going to give you jewellery? 1P&P for this now. We're back to the original 1P&P all day. Don't forget, please, if you're experiencing a queue, which, yes, I'm not going to lie, it's a good 9 minutes on that phone right now, because everybody's taking advantage of the 40 box offer for $24.95 plus the DPD delivery. You can only get the boxes on the phone line with the DPD delivery. That's a separate special order. But you can actually get this on the www, not the wibbly wobbly net, and you're still paying that 1P&P all day if you've already started with me this morning at 9 o'clock. So we've got the rest of the day to enjoy the offers. Our third new kit, the butterfly. I don't know if I'm going to fit it all in. This looks so pretty on the butterfly. $14.95. Make sure you got the code written down. Make sure you don't miss the opportunity. First chance you get, if you ring back and the phone line's, you know, up and running, then please, well, they are up and running, but what I mean is you can get through straight away. FXGC05. Just commit that code to memory and commit that code to your order. I'm going to keep it nearby. I don't want to part with that because I'm going to do this third new kit, because while the phone lines are being answered, it'll give me time to describe the third new kit in detail and go and see Laura for some top tips. Or do you know what I want to put with that? Do you know what I just happened to have with do you remember our early bird special? That Gorgini Labradorite. Let's just put this with the early bird, with the crackle quartz, but you've got the frosted. Yum, yum, yum. What can we call this kit we've created, Laura?
Oh, I don't know.
I know.
Pressure.
It's just beautiful, isn't it?
It just makes you think of candy, like candy shop or something.
Willy Wonka. Let's call it
Yeah,
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
The Willy Wonka kit.
Yeah, it just makes you think of all nice, sparkly, yummy things.
Just delish. Put it with you, Willy Wonka. There you go. We're creating kits now because it's also deliciously beautiful. Alrighty. Let's get ourselves organised. Let's get this kit into view. Let's show you what's what. Absolutely fantastic. All right, we haven't got a lot of time left, have we? No. This is a fantastic kit. There's so much, but I've really got to spend time on this fluorite because of the quality. This is called Green with Envy. You can see the iridescence. So you've got this iridescence on the shell, pearl faceted rounds, 12mm. You've got the white quartz, absolutely clear as a bell. I mean, top-notch white quartz, 8mm faceted buttons. 10mm faceted puffy coins. Puffy buttons there, 10mm. And then, oh my word, look at this. Look at this fluorite, 210 carats. It's the uniformity of the colour, the hue. It's the uniformity of the clarity. I mean, this is one of the world's just most sought after, beautiful, fluorescent, hardly ever seen in fluorite, you know, when you get all of that wonderful, wonderful green. I mean, last year we were in Africa and we only managed to get the banded variety, but this is just amazing. It fluoresces, it glows like no other. It's called the ore flower, and it's just beautiful. The gem is green naturally, and we've literally cherry-picked the very best gems in a really large carat weight. I mean, this is what you'd see in our gold jewellery, our 18-carat gold jewellery on our sister channel. So we've literally been looking for the best find to bring you in our jewellery here, and you know, we've only come across a small parcel of this really beautiful green fluorite, you know, that mint green, that uniformity of colour. We only managed to score a small parcel, so this is a very limited edition kit and one to take advantage of. So this is the one that really caught my eye because I'm a bit of a gem nerd. I love my gems. But then I love these. Laura's made the most beautiful simple earrings out of them. Got that iridescence. You've got, it's almost like it's called teal green, but it's actually like a hematite silvery black, but then there's this iridescent metallicness on them, and the faceting just makes that play out even greater still. And then the absolute austere clarity of flawless quartz. I mean, window white, clear as a bell. For quartz, that is pure, pure magic. Then, because there is ribbon in this kit, we've got our cord ends. 3.5 inches of silver chain, beautiful sterling silver, 4 with the lobster claw, and your 2 cord ends there. So one's got the lobster claw for one end, one's got the 3.5 inch silver chain. 4 of those in this gorgeous kit. So already we think, well, there's got to be ribbon involved, and yes, there is. Here it is. That pretty organza ribbon, so we can wrap that around those lovely boxes we just got. 10 meters of the green, mint green ribbon. Okay, it's not the grass green, it's your mint green ribbon. So 10 strands of the individual meter each, so 10 meters. Then the dark bottle green 4.5 by 6 inch organza bags, 10 of those. You've got 50 meters of your green colored beading thread and your silver beading thread, 6 meters elastic, 6 meters of your green elastic. You've got your purple and your black organza bag as well as the greens, okay? And you've got your findings, okay? Sterling silver, 46. So the only addition to that picture are your 3 bolt ring clasps, all 925 sterling silver. Now you're gonna be green with envy if you miss out on this. I know, $24.95. I would pay that personally just for the rarity and the quality of that green fluorite, and I mean that sincerely, because on that strand alone, you set just one of those, or one with that lovely white quartz on a silver head pin, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, there's got to be over 50 on that strand. Got to be over 50. And it's fan-dabby double dozy, as is that price today. So please don't miss out. We've got every colour elastic. We've got the green, we've got the organza bags, the ribbon ends, the ribbon, silver findings coming out of our ears, organza bags to put in our box. Oh, we've got it all. We've got it all. And all you need to do is get jewellery making. Look at this. So, now you see me wear the bracelet, you see me wear the ring, so I won't concentrate on either of those, but let's take you through the designs. Look how simply delicious. I think this is the real, I know you're a wire work queen, but this is your signature, isn't it? Just a simple gem on the end. It's not a criticism.
No, it is. I love it. It's
if
what I
you just
wear.
left some jewellery on the table, I'd walk in and go, Laura, Laura, have a little look.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
they're so beautiful.
Yeah, I think because I tend to wear simple jewellery, so
Love
I always
those.
tend to wear very simple earrings, and that's my favourite style, and that's just a little crimp bead on the top.
Cute as. And a lovely stretchy here. Look at the stretchy.
And I did a little bit of
pretty.
head pin just at the very front, just
A little
two
bit
head
of twizzle,
pins,
yeah.
just to give a little flash of silver.
Lovely, using all three gemstones there. That was our lovely ring, which we'll come back to, but you've also placed one of the shell rounds in.
Yeah, just wanted to be put in a ring.
Yeah, it does. That's lush, that lovely spiral effect. Of our ribbon, and again, one of your lovely sculptures, and you've just placed one of the shell rounds. What wire was this? What gauge?
That's 0.8 as the frame,
0.8.
and 215 weaving.
For that weaving there.
Yeah, and there's a couple of different types of weaving there, and
that is beautiful, Laura.
that's what we're hoping when we do the courses to come out at the end of the class with something like that.
Oh, we got to sign up for that course. As soon as we know, we'll be giving you the breaking news as and when it's happening. We've got to find a spare date in the diary, haven't we? That's what we've got to do.
Keep an eye.
Keep an
It's
eye.
all in the pipeline.
All in the pipeline. She's not giving it. She's not giving us anything. She's not telling us.
I don't know if I'm allowed.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't want to get into
I
trouble.
always spill the beans, you see, and then think about the consequences afterwards.
Yeah, you can spill them and think about your consequences.
That's right.
And I won't
You
take
say,
any
Bee spilt the beans. It wasn't me. I didn't say a word. She told everybody on air. I didn't say anything. This is gorgeous as well. You've got the lovely simpleness, and then you go into a double weave there.
Yeah. Because I think that you've got that little focal of the darker beads, and then it's really light and fresh. I really did love this kit. And I did think it was green fluorite when I got it, because it just had to be, because it's so beautiful and clear.
So beautiful, yeah.
And with that quartz as well.
Isn't it
Oh, it's all
fantastic?
just lovely. I just love
Really?
it. I love them all.
Well, we love
It's a
it.
shame I have to give it all to you.
I know. Well, it's not going to me. I wish it was, darling. Here we go. Pretty as. What a simple way to use that lovely ribbon.
Way
there.
round. That's it.
Twiddle those around.
Twiddle them
That's
around.
brilliant.
They're my favourite.
They're your favourite.
I've never done that before.
Oh.
And I really like them. I think they're really cute. And I just used
concertina ribbon.
Yeah, I just used a crimp to just squidge it down and hold it in place.
It's cute as cutie pie.
They're like little
so
sweetie earrings,
sweet.
aren't
Yeah, sweeties. That's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
How pretty are they?
And because it's so soft, the colour of the green,
Yeah, the pastel.
it doesn't overpower. You still get the sparkle of the quartz.
Purity of the quartz, yeah, that sparkle. And then again, look at this. I mean, this is just heaven.
It's having a play.
That lovely, gentle, you know, that lovely, delicate green of the ribbon. And then the wondrous quality of that fluorite. I mean, oh, let me just put that on the hand because it's so beautiful. And then a little bit of in and out.
Yeah, and a little bit of I did a big section and then
Ruching,
just squidged it down. Yeah, you know the technical term.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
not even sure it is. I call it ruching.
I squidged it.
Squidged, ruched.
I look on it, squidged.
We reached the same conclusion.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, doesn't it?
And on the back, I didn't use the ribbon bindings.
No, you didn't.
I didn't. To be honest, I forgot they were in there.
You've got yourself. You've tied two beautiful bows around.
Yeah, around two jump rings, and then I just made a little clasp.
Because I think the bow's part of the feature, personally.
Yeah, that's why I did it. I wanted it to be one of those long type of necklaces.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's all about the ribbon as well.
So we can use our cord ends for something else.
Yeah.
And the ribbon's so pretty. Sometimes you want to use the cord end for cord, don't you? Or wire.
Or if you've got your hair up, or if you've got short hair, like me, it's a nice feature at the back.
So what are you going to, the ring, we're going to look at the ring. What are you going to show me? What do you want to show me?
No, we're doing the ring.
We're doing the ring. The ring that I've been wearing for the last 3.5 hours.
Oh, that's right. That's right, my brain had to we were going to mention how I did the earrings. I'm just going to explain very quickly.
Which ones, darling?
Those ones.
These ones. Okay,
it's
honey,
so
do
quick
that.
and easy. I'm not going to even show you.
Well, why didn't you make yourself another pair? Then you can take them away.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Do I get to keep them?
There, I've said it now. It's official.
It's official. I'm all excited. Little things. That's all it takes.
It is the little things. It's amazing how I go out of here with a skip and a dance when Ed says, "Yeah, you can have those earrings, Fee."
Yeah, thank you.
Just little things.
It is little things.
Make us very happy.
Yay. Right. Okay then. Sorry, wasn't thinking I was going to do the earrings.
Loads of girls that love it. I like the way I've just noticed the way your ribbon goes behind it, so it actually just gently imbues.
Yeah, it just
like a veil, doesn't
touches,
it?
Yeah.
So it actually just enhances that lovely mint, but like you said, doesn't take away from the. Just gives it a little soft veil of colour.
I will say, little hint, when you pull it out, they all explode at you. Like they just have
It's true. It's hard to contain your ribbon. You've got to put it in your bags, haven't you?
Yeah, so if you've got time, which I'm not going to do now, sit down before you do anything, pull out each metre and just wrap it around your finger and get yourself some little bundles, and then you've got each little bundle, and then you're not surrounded by mess. So that's just a little tip, because they do explode at you.
Love this colour.
Okay, so let's clear myself a bit of space. Okay, so all you need for this is 2 lovely beads, 2 head pins, 2 crimps and 2 hooks. Okay, so what I did was I didn't actually cut the ribbon until I'd finished. So I just literally just popped the head pin. I don't want too much of a tail, so I'm going to go quite close to the edge of it, if you can see.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm just going to...
Should we finish our tail so it doesn't unravel? I mean, could we put a little bit of nail glue on? Or
Could do.
Sometimes ribbon starts to fray, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just because you have to, but if you're cutting it,
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
I didn't think that far ahead.
Oh, I did it. I've just done that in there.
But yeah, you could. But once it's squidged, it doesn't really, I don't think it would really
catch to
fray,
fray. Yeah, that's
to be
true.
fair. And if it has
like,
got a little fray edge, you could, there are a couple of tricks you can do, and I'm sure the best people for this are people that do sewing and stuff, to be honest, because they know all the tricks. I've heard that you can run a flame over it and
like
just
the
to
does
sear
find
it.
the whole thing, because
you
have to be careful with that one.
That's why I
the whole
say
nylon ribbon just go up and...
I'm not going to attempt to do it. There is a little fray end there, so what I would do, just because these are a little bit blunter, just because they get used so
We haven't
much.
got the, lo and behold, there's never a scissor when you need.
No.
There's me snippers.
Right, I'm going to cheat a little bit.
I'll find you some
okay,
snippers.
no, it's fine. I've got my pliers.
You're right, darling.
All right, these are my flush nose, so sorry. They cut through anything. They're my lethal
Sounds
ones.
scary.
Yeah, don't mess with me when I've got them. So, okay, I'm just going to go close to the edge, like I said, and then I'm just going to just feed the wire up through a gap and then up again. So I've just done that. I've gone up and then through once again. Pop the bead on, so it's all nice and sort of sat on it like that. Now bring the whole thing up again, because you want to keep it quite a tight tension over the bead, and then just push it through again, and through once more. And then when you've got it and you're happy with it, just cut it nice and close again. Then pop on.
So simple.
So quick and simple as
Yeah,
well.
and using just one gemstone, a fraction of ribbon.
And it's all sterling silver as well. So if you think you could sell these easily, I would say for £7 or £8 easily. And they're sterling silver with 1 quartz on, and £7 or £8, and that's
diddy tip of ribbon, and they're silver earrings, and they're just, wouldn't they be beautiful for bridesmaids? And because we do all the different organza ribbons, but you could just tie that in with whatever colour.
So I've just pushed it right down nice and tight and squidge, and then it's held it.
So that crimp bead's just,
And that crimp bead's held it, and it looks as part of it anyway because of the being the silver. And then when you get to the top, right at the very end, just simply put the pliers in and twist, take the pliers out, put them back in and twist. And then you'll have like a P, and what I do is I just use my fingers, to be honest. I just put my finger there, bend it back, and it straightens it up to that.
And
there. And I've just reminded me of something. If you look at those dangled, the other earrings,
These ones.
I hammered the head pins. I forgot to say. I hammered and textured the head pins.
Oh yes.
So
like we showed you earlier.
Yeah, and if you have a look, and if you go up close to them, you
I
can
just
see.
twiddle them, yeah.
And I've
See the
actually,
flatness.
yeah, I hammered them and I textured them, which isn't straight away noticeable, but it just gives a little bit more thickness and texture to them.
Yeah, and when they're moving the light, that's when it picks it up,
catches
doesn't
it up.
Yeah.
So if you think of that compared to them, when they're not hammered, you can see the difference.
Double the width, isn't it?
Yeah.
Almost like double the width, yeah, if I just...
So, yeah. So that's that one, and then you just repeat for the other side. So there you go, that's a little sweetie earring.
Cute as!
Okay, and
Simple
then
as that.
I'll make myself a matching one in a minute.
Do that, do that.
Okay, and then
ring
we'll just
time
make
now.
the ring.
This is it. Sorry, I've stolen the ring there. That's the ring there.
Again, this is probably going to end up looking completely different because everything I do doesn't ever look the same, but that's, to me, that's a good selling point because no one will ever have the same thing.
Everyone's an original.
Okay. So here's my ring mandrel. So what you do, again, I just cut a nice length of wire. Okay, so I've got my wire here. Let me just have a quick look at it just so I can remember what I did.
I think we had one of those
it often
ring...
helps. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Always go down two sizes from the size that you want. Okay, so if I'm going for an N, I'm going to go for a P.
Why is that though?
Because when you wrap, you shrink the ring. So when you're naturally working with it, it will naturally shrink down. And sometimes you can shrink it a couple of sizes smaller than you intend, but you can twist it on the mandrel and just stretch it out a little bit. So I always tend to go two sizes. And I'm holding the wire nice and tight. I found the middle of the wire and I've put it round once. I'm holding it with my fingers, nice and tight. Now in the middle, I'm just holding it with my thumb now. Just going to bring one of the wires around and I'm just going to catch that with my thumb. And I'm going to bring the other wire around. I'm just bringing it under, so if I show you the other side, okay, it's just gone under. And I'm going to catch that with my thumb. Okay. Right, sorry.
Yeah.
You know when you do something and you think, how did I do it? I'm going to just completely redo that. That's how you make a ring shank. I put the bead on first on this one, so I apologise. Put the ring on first on this one. There are a couple of ways of making rings. This is the way of making this one. Ring on first and then just repeat what I've just done. So holding the bead in the middle. Make sure you get the middle. Hold the bead and just repeat. So holding it, bringing the wire around one side, like this. Okay, and bringing it back around this side. Okay. And it'll sit underneath the bead. It's a bit fiddly, but it's only because you're getting it's only because I'm trying to do it and show you. So I'm probably making it look fiddlier than it actually is. Okay, so then slide it off, and if you look, I've got 3 rings around the back, and then I've got the shape there. Yeah. So now all I'm going to do is this wire has come over here anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to bring it under and wrap.
So you're securing the 3
So
shanks in a way together, yeah.
I'll do it behind that stone. Just hold the wire with your thumb and your fingers. It will all go back into shape, don't worry. Okay, and we can tighten it up in a minute, don't worry about that. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay. If the ring goes a little bit out of shape, don't panic. Oh. Just work it around with your pliers until you're happy with it and get it back into how you want, because until you finish wrapping, you can still change the shape of it. Okay, so I've gone round once and once, as you can see. Once on this side and once on this side. If I pull it up like that. Okay, yeah. And then you just simply go over, around. So that creates one thing, over. So what you're doing is you're not going tight, you're just pulling it loosely, so it sort of gives a frame, almost frames the actual stone. And wrap it. Okay, and then back round once more, like this. I'm just going to go over one more side over this side. It's very similar to the herringbone weave actually, which I've just realised. keep that ring base in shape. So that goes around like that. And then that side comes over like that. And then, if you look, we've got that sort of shape like that.
Yeah.
See?
Beautiful.
Just like that. And it's lovely if you've got a nice bright coloured bead in the middle as well, because it really brings that out. Again, I was just doing this and playing about. I didn't expect it to come out like this, and I liked the outcome. So then to finish it off, I've got 2 wires here now, and they're a bit too long for me really. So what I'm going to do is cut them so I've got about 1 inch. Okay, so I've got about 1 inch on either side. And then just to secure them, you can use your pliers, and then just bring them round. Keep your wires all together. Just bring it around once and twice, and then to cut it off, cut right on the edge, nice and close to the edge of the actual wires. Using your pliers, grab it and roll, gently roll.
Yeah.
By doing that, you're squeezing that end in.
Yeah.
And then when you run your finger across there,
I just did that with this one.
And there's no sharp edges at all. And then you just repeat on this side. And so, if I just do that very quickly, so I go around once, use the pliers, because that's what, they're brilliant for this. And again, I've used a 0.8 wire, and this is why, because it's very easy to use, but it's sturdy.
Yeah.
If you were to do this with the 1mm wire, it would be a bit tricky.
And we've got, I'll try and bring back that wire bundle offer as well, with all the different gauges later on as well.
Now,
so
if you look, that's gone on, that's only
it's
an
dropped
L.
down to an L. That's amazing, isn't it?
But an easy trick, using your hand, just twist.
It'll all tighten into place, won't it?
Do not it, just twist it.
We've gone up at least half a size already.
Yeah, and it'll go up to about MN.
Yeah.
There, and you can just keep
size
working
and a half,
on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's because I pulled the wires a bit tighter than I should have. That's why you go up a few sizes.
Yes,
go
I
on
see.
there. And if you do make it a bit too big, a little trick, using the thinner wire, the 0.4 wire, just simply attach it there and wrap.
That'll take some
around
of
the whole of the thing. It's a bit annoyingly time consuming. It gives the coiled effect, but it takes it down size.
Takes it down size. Brilliant. My darling, I'm aware of time racing away with us. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to ask you to get set up for your butterfly,
it's all set
but
up.
I'm just going to go over here and introduce another bundle and recap on a few pieces.
Okay.
And we want to just show the course slide as well, and then I'll come right back to you with the butterfly, and I've got some questions. There's a lot of questions that are quite similar, so
cool.
I'll just ask you them directly.
Yeah,
that's
no
all
problem.
right. Okay, do you want to show the courses first, darling? Yep, brilliant. So don't forget polymer clay there on Monday the 20th of August with Debbie. These are just an example of all the wonderful courses we've got. Ring the call centre, they know the ones we've got as well. Selling at the craft fairs, men's jewellery with Tina on the 24th, beading for beginners with Cherry on Tuesday, selling to retailers, silver clay rings with Natalia, and designer masterclass. Now, we are always updating the courses and changing the courses, so it's really good to get in touch with the call centre on this free phone number and ask them as well what is available, what's new in, because we're always introducing new courses and advancing intermediate courses as well as beginners as well. Rightio, I've got a brand new bundle I want to bring you. A bundle offer, and myself and my producer love this offer. And then we'll go back to Laura and we'll catch up on the butterfly that she wants to talk about, and we'll also have those questions, okay? Beautiful banded agate, grain jasper, and silver moonstone. Look at this silver white moonstone, real moonbeam white. And we were looking at this in the dark in the corner. This was just glowing. 230 carats, beautiful 10mm faceted rounds, a lovely white body, but there's also silver body in there as well. Funnily enough, just for the life of me, we've just introduced this new silver, this lovely silver moonstone on our sister channel. You know, for the life of me, the name, the origins, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, what's it called? Because it's the silver moonstone as opposed to your white moonstone. Oh, and it's specifically a region of Sri Lanka, whereas your white moon, a lot of our moonstone we get from the Tamil Nadu region of India, you know, the iridescent, but the silver moonstone has this, it has more of an asterism rather than star effect. Can you see that at home? It's more asterism-like in the author, there you go, that's what I'm at. Can you see that? Rather than the Schiller, I mean, that's like Schiller as well, but it's more, when I'm saying asterism, it's more like a chatoyant band, yeah? For life of me, and it's Sri Lankan. specifically. It's going to drive me around the twist. Anyway, you can see it's beautiful. Then we've also got the grain jasper there, that mustard-rich colour. It'll come to me when the show's over and I'll be going, I'll tell you tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow. I've only done it once, you see, and it's brand new. Yeah, I'll open the show with the and then we've got this beautiful big drops. Look at the lovely colour tones we've got in there. Wouldn't that look lovely with the green with envy? You know, I'm thinking of these mustard seed colours, gold lemonade colours, the dark colours there as well. You've got the lovely like asterism on the moon bit. They look like trapped moonbeams. And it's like a silvery moonstone. This is what makes it a bit different to your rainbow moonstone. And the predominance of that we got from Sri Lanka. We've only just introduced it on our sister channel on Gems TV, and I remember Steve was on air with me, and I can't think of that name. Anyway, it's a bundle. It's brand new. It's going to be a fantastic price point. It's a strand pack. Oh my word! Tremendous. Just for that beautiful new moonstone alone, the silver moonstone, yeah. $14.95. I know the Sinhalese, they call it the star gemstone because it looks like the northern star. You know, just that single chatoyant line of light, chatoyant silver moonstone, just looks like the star in the sky, and they call it the star moonstone. And then I love this beautiful agate. Real gold, cloudy lemonade, traditional lemonade, lovely banding, big faceted pear drops. I mean, just look at that. It reminds me of our favourite, don't forget. Look at those colours. You know what I'm thinking. That's right. Yeah, you can just see this. Can you see the banding there? Beautiful, isn't it? Like a wood grain. You can see the faceting. That's like a lovely pear, that one, isn't it? 340 carats. And it's pricking out the silver dove greys of that lovely, lovely moonstone, that lovely feldspar. Then you've got your jasper, so three very different gems, your orthoclase, your jasper, and your agate. So one's opaque, one's got almost a chatoyant aspect to it, and the other is semi-translucent with those lemonade colours and all those lovely tones. Again, it was bringing me into the autumn. I think these are the earthy tones I know that Laura likes with her teal greens and her greens and that. They're blues, so they provide a great backdrop, and again lovely as we see the leaves turn. Not that I'm wishing away your summer or anything. You could just add that little pop of the aragonite. Do you remember that lovely bubblegum pink aragonite that Laura's got in today's challenge? Yeah, that splash of colour of the pink. Do you remember that 3-strand pack we had that I'm absolutely in love with? Yeah, look at that. Just add that little mix there. The bright pink there with those lovely olives. Great backdrop, those 3 gemstone strands there. Love those pink gems. Please don't miss out on those. Beautiful as well if you wanted to introduce that early bird we had, the labradorite, because that would pick up beautifully, because they're both orthoclase, they're both feldspars. That would pick up beautifully with the labradorite there as well. If I just don't want to mess up Jack's nice display there. There we go, see? That looked lovely with the labradorite, and then the shiller of that crackle quartz, because that was your early bird, and then that moonstone there, beautiful. Alrighty, let's go see Laura. And don't forget that we'll try and get the wire bundle. I'll bring those with me, because I know that's really what we concentrated on today. Laura had a challenge.
Not that I've done much.
Well, you haven't had time, darling. No. To be honest, there hasn't been the time. And this is what we gave Laura, the 0.25, the 1mm silver that you've just, I knew you were working with the 0.8.
Yeah.
Was that the 0.1, darling, that one?
Yeah, I had the 0.1, I had all of it.
Yeah, I've had it all.
Squidge in next year.
In the actual challenge today. So we've got 2 beautiful pieces, 2 key pieces. Now this is what you were describing earlier too. That's your aragonite. You've made the torque out the 1mm wire. And then again, just a little bit of coil in there. That's out of our bundle, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of coiling and weaving, a little bit of a focal weave. Yeah, it's not the roundest of shapes because I didn't have anything. Normally I use a tea tree light.
That's out of the bundle. So watch the repeat if you want to see the bundle, because that's what Laura's used, 0.25 there.
A bit of red just to give it a bit of a brightness.
Gorgeous. Now I'm desperate to fit this in, my darling, so I'm sorry to rush you through.
Nope, that's fine.
But your butterfly.
But my butterfly.
Your butterfly, darling.
Okay.
Your butterfly.
So basically...
And while you're doing this, I'm going to have to ask you to multitask.
Okay.
Answer questions as you do.
Okay, cool. Okay, let me just explain briefly then. A couple of shows ago, I made a butterfly, a silhouette of a butterfly, and somebody contacted me and said that for the lupus charity, which is a condition, a disease that a lot of people suffer from, it's not very well known. Their symbol is the butterfly, and it's very similar to the one that I made. So she asked if I could show it, just because she deleted it by mistake. So this is the butterfly. This is a couple of variations I've done of it. This is mixed with polymer clay, but it was the actual frame of the wing that I made. I know this is how it was originally made as well, just like this. So I made one earlier quickly, and we're very quickly going to show how it's made. It's so quick and simple and easy. Okay. So I've got a length of 1mm wire here. Okay. It's probably about a ruler's length, just under. And what we're going to do, taking your round nose pliers, just need to go make quite a large spiral, like an open spiral on the end. So I'm just twirling it with there. Okay. Now using my pliers, I'm just going to bring it round, because this is just going to form this part of the wing. Okay. Okay, so we've got it like that. Now we're going to go all the way up here, and we're going to form the bigger part of the wing. And again, putting your pliers in, just bend and pull the wire around, and it will just naturally come around like this. Just pull it so it will naturally come around. And then with your fingers, you can just pull this with your fingers. It's so quick and easy. And just twirl it with your fingers. And then give it a little snip and form a little spiral.
How do you keep the structure of the butterfly as you wrap? This is a question we've had.
It's because it's such a thick wire, it's just kept its shape anyway.
Yeah.
So it will keep its shape, but just to give it that little bit more firmness.
You're going to hammer?
I will hammer, if I can find my plate, because someone was playing about with it.
We also had a question, how do you keep your cuff bracelet equidistance apart? I
just go by eye, to be honest, and when you're doing it, you just keep going, and you can see whether it's starting to deform, so you just straighten it as you go along. To be honest, there's no technical answer for it. I just literally go by eye.
Experience and judging it by eye.
Yeah, I mean, you could measure if you wanted it with a ruler, and as you was going along, if you were thinking, is it going out, you just measure it again and keep going that way. And just if it's not, just pull it up, straighten it up a bit. Use your nylon pliers. That will easily bring it back into its shape. Now, to keep this as it is, I'm not hammering it to flatten it as such. That's going to help it keep its shape even more. But it won't, it's going to take a big pull to make that come out of shape anyway.
Because it was 1mm.
Because I used a thick wire, yeah. If you wanted to, you could use a thinner wire again, a 0.25, and just do a little binding there, just put a bit of wire there.
Talking of which, Tracy wants to know, if you're using the 0.25, how do you put your endings on? How can you attach endings on 0.25? Is that right?
Not quite sure.
The best way to do it?
What
is it to create like a loop? Well, I suppose a clasp. Would it be a clasp, Tracy?
Use it for a clasp. You would, for the 0.25.
What's the best way to fasten ends of 0.25 wire?
All right, so if you've got a lot of them, you could use 0.25 and wrap it around it all to secure it, and then just make sure it's nice and neat and you've got no loose ends, and just squeeze it all nice and tight with the pliers. Because it is a thin wire, you would want to have several wires going around as a loop.
Then you could use a cord end over your...
But yeah, you could use the cord end, you could use...
You did that earlier in your bracelet.
You could even use a crimp.
A crimp?
I would have thought. Depends what you're using it for. Yeah. If you've got a lot of them like this and you just want to bind them, just get another piece and just wrap it around them all together. But if you're using it as an actual end to something, you would need to use several pieces because it is so fine, I wouldn't feel secure that it would hold it.
Thank you. Thank you, Tracy.
Okay, but yeah, you could use a thinner piece of wire and just wrap around. You could really embellish, you could put a little stone on there, you know, but that's just the basic shape. And then just using the 0.8 wire, cutting the length of that off, attach it to the top end, whichever end you want to be a top. Because you've got that gap, you could just go through that gap, see?
Now, you know, you've just hammered your butterfly.
Yeah.
Is that the best way to, you know, increase the stability of your structure, or is there any other way of doing it?
You could, using your pliers, squeeze around it just to give it a bit of, so if you don't have a hammer and block, then just use the pliers, put a bit of pressure on. That will give it a bit of strength as well, because you're just kind of, just strengthening and flattening it.
A hammer and a little
but I definitely get a hammer. If you like working with wire, get a hammer. It's brilliant.
It's quicker.
Yeah, and it's such fun. If you've had a bad day at home,
take all the stress out on the 1mm.
I've got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. Trust me, I need a hammer. It makes my day so much better at the end of it. I don't use it on my children. I'd like to clarify that.
Yes.
It is very good for stress relief. And so I've just popped on 4 beads. All I've done is I've just wrapped it around. I've left this bit out on purpose because I want it to be its little antennae. And so I'm just going to bring it out a bit so it will sit like this. Sorry, this is a little bit quick, but
we can definitely see the essence of it.
It gives you an idea. So I've just wrapped it around twice there just to secure it. And then I'm just going to go around the actual body again to secure it to the frame. So
you've done on this one here, Just show that.
1, 2, 3, and then you've got it up here. You can play about with this, take your time and have it as neat and tidy as you want. This one's come out a bit better actually, because what I would probably do is use this wire here as my loop to hang it from.
Your little bail,
my little bail, just to hang it.
A nice brooch actually, isn't it?
Well, that's what that one is.
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
Again, using the pink agate. Just play about with it, and then just use this piece here, cut it off when you're ready. Do a little spiral.
So that's half a butterfly, and you've made a lovely whole butterfly there.
Yeah,
so.
this whole butterfly was done using the frame. Filling it with polymer clay. And doing the same, repeating on the other side. And
how did you get that nice uniformity? Because you've got your 2 sides perfect there. Again, is it just judging by eye?
Just practice.
Yeah.
There's no trick to it. It is just practice. I mean, these aren't perfect because I was just playing about with it really, and I was trying to get the wire to come up.
They look pretty similar to symmetrical,
I wanted it to come through, and
yes, I can see that.
But I wanted to keep the pattern as well, so I was playing about with it, and I glazed it, so it actually looks almost enamel-y.
Yes, it does. Very much so.
And then on the back, I just layered basically a black piece, and I actually layered it, and then I've joined it with the wire. So it is one solid piece, because the black on the back is holding it all together. So that is just 2 of these with a bit of polymer clay around it. And so basically that's it. Just tidy that little bit there. And there's the little bit there. And you can have that hanging however you want.
Isn't that beautiful?
And that's just a quick and cute little butterfly.
Gorgeous.
So I hope that helps. Any problems, just contact me. So I've spoken, but yeah.
Fabulous, fabulous, Laura. Done so quickly and efficiently as well. Any more questions there? I know there was lots, but a lot were covering the same sort of thing actually, weren't they? Best wire gauge to use in the gizmo? I've seen you use them all today.
On the gizmo, you can use any.
I've seen you use the small and
it depends what you use it for. I think generally 0.6.
Generally 0.6.
Yeah, because if you use 0.8 becomes quite stiff.
Yeah.
Definitely not well, you could use 1 mil, but you would want to be very specific with that.
Right.
I would tend to use 0.6 as the most common. If you're going to make gizmo coils and make gizmo beads, I would use 0.6 for that. But if you're just going to use like a chain like I did in that necklace, I just use 0.4.
And that code up there is for, do you remember the wire bundle that we had with all the different gauges running from 0.25 to 0.4 to 0.6 to 0.8 that we just mentioned, and 1 millimetre.
And they all go so beautifully together.
They do, and there's 100 metres of the pink and 10 metres of all the others. So we do take you through that step by step in the live show, but the code is there, SRGC42, as we do throughout the show, describe the uses of those individual wires. Laura, you've been brilliant, darling. You've been non-stop. It's been relentless, sweetheart.
And
you finished your bangle. I know you were quite keen to show us the finished product, tidied it up, as she said.
Tidied it up a bit.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much what I've done today. I haven't really done very much.
Isn't that beautiful? See, the thing is with that, it doesn't really matter about the distance, does it, on that one, because it's an organic,
it's all
free form.
But when I'm doing a structured one, like I did one last night as well on a late show, it's just keeping it go by eye. And like I said, if you want to be really specific, get your ruler and measure it. And if you think, oh, it's going down a bit, just go back, straighten it out, and then just go slow and careful. If you're doing something like the Lucy cuff, and you're doing the weaving, Really slow and careful, slow and careful. Don't pull, because if you pull, you're going to bring the wires down, and that's going to make it lose its shape.
Fabulous. Laura, you've been brilliant. Thank you so much for all your top tips last night and today. I'll be back with you tomorrow. I'm with the lovely Hannah. We've got a jam-packed show. We have indeed. Lots and lots of goodies. Have a good rest, darling, because you work so hard. And enjoy the rest of the evening. Again, enjoy watching it again, because I know there's a lot of information to take in there. Yeah, enjoy experimenting with your wire work. Give it a go. And just be free-flowing with it. Just have a go. And sorry we didn't get to read out all the Wall of Fame. Sorry about that, but I'll try and read out as many as possible tomorrow. Rest assured you've been entered. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your fantastic Friday. Thank you to Laura. We'll see her again soon, and we'll wait for the breaking news about her workshop. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
You can watch Jewellery Maker live every day from 9 till 1 on Sky 655, Virgin 756 or FreeSat 807. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making!
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at